Discord. Hi.
We're here.
I don't even know to trust you because it could just be saying your characters have stealth when they clearly don't.
They might. They sometimes do.
They do sometimes.
Yeah,
I say it so often I forget some of the actual characters that actually have stuff.
I feel like I used to really have it down, and you've really thrown me off from it anymore.
yeah, but I mean,
welcome.
Doug, it makes it even worse. I mean, like he just said earlier, he just lies down on the ground all the time. He's just constantly disappearing.
Well, yeah, that's all you need sometimes. Just take a nap about it.
It seems to work. It's been keeping him alive. Alrighty, so as we'll give people a moment to get into the live stream. But we can say hello from Dan, your bad GM, Tim, Mike, and Jess.
You can't say hello from me.
I just did.
Oh, nuts.
What are you gonna do about it?
Lay down, probably.
Cover yourself up with your cloak.
Yeah.
Hide in a shadow.
But Rachel's currently MIA. We're trying to figure out where she be. Pretty sure she got punched by a gorilla that escaped the zoo yesterday, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be fair, that gorilla is...
God, them zoos can't keep those gorillas.
Right. An obvious alcoholic, but like...
It happens. Oh, I was like, somebody tagged me in this Discord channel instead. No, it was just the notification that we went live.
Oh, gotcha.
I was like, maybe that's information.
So, where did we leave off last time, Dan?
We left off in the sewers.
We're in the sewers?
Of Greywater Fastness.
Marienburg.
Stop it. You're going to get other people to start saying Marienburg again. Got Danny the other day. Because in a Grim Podcast of Perilous Adventure, they're currently in the city of Middenheim. But Tim got confused with the geography and for a long time kept thinking they were in the city of Marienburg, which is quite different. He kept saying it to the point now other people are getting confused and calling it Marienburg on accident, which is not where they are and doesn't exist in this.
It's right by the ocean.
System.
You just love causing chaos, don't you?
Yes.
Him?
Me?
Tim? But yeah, you are in the sewers, getting your way into Greywater Fastness, this giant iron-walled city, free city of Sigmar, here in the realm of life, Gyron, where essentially the entire city is settled on top of a massive cyclestone mine, the realm stone of the realm of life, which has a lot of great properties. Like that cool sword that you found and then gave back to the person.
Yeah, I'm so happy we did that. That was such a great move to get that back.
Only I could use it, really.
Yeah, any one of us could sell it.
Did I tell you afterwards what it would do?
Make Mike an unstoppable juggernaut.
I think you did, but wasn't the thing guarding it would have like...
Yeah, we would have
attacked
died.
us, like crazy. Like she was going to take us out, I thought.
Oh, it would have increased Doom as well.
Yeah.
If you hadn't given
maybe
it
that's
back.
what I'm thinking.
You're welcome.
That was like the big deal.
You're gonna have a little Doom.
But it was an insanely powerful weapon.
Dude,
at the same time.
Dude, we're sitting here, we're barely surviving against sewer rats.
Yeah.
Right?
So like it's
You
not
did
gonna
fight
matter.
against the rats. It's the real big ones that shoot fire you got to watch out for.
Yeah, those ones are big and also fire.
Poison fire.
But yes, you guys have been in a lot of fights since the Cog Fort was attacked by Skaven. Ran off the roads, crashed into the jungle, and then they were able to force all of you off of it and claim it as their own after they destroyed the engine.
Well, they put in the work, you know. Good for them.
They really did. You killed a whole bunch of them, and a Storm Fiend, which was impressive. That thing was your first real challenge.
The secret is the weak point is their ankles.
Then you fled into the jungles of Gyran, ran into some other monsters and things like a cockatrice and some Zangor, some other Sylvaneth that were real mad and only saw Doug, and really tried their best to kill him, but kept getting like ambushed by Daria, who was like set in, like in a defensive stance, and as soon as they came up, she just like stabbed him dead. Then you found, or you were met by an ancient tree man named Chard Yu.
Oh yeah, that dude was cool.
I like role-playing him. He was really fun. Who
I think you also liked how you just kept cutting Doug off.
yeah, that was the best part of it, for real.
That was very good.
He
Actually.
had long pauses. One of my high points as a GM.
I agree.
But you learn that he is like an exiled former leader of a grove of Sylvaneth from the region, and he's kind of taken like a pacifist vow, and he helped you get back to the one road so you could follow the ghost lights to the city. And then you found out the city was under siege by Skaven. Lots and lots of
Yeah,
them.
like a whole lot of them.
Like tens of thousands. And you're able to find a particular way in. Doug was able to fly?
Yeah,
You did some kind of spell that allowed you to fly for a while or something?
yeah. I can summon a shadow steed.
Oh, that's what it was. You summoned a shadow horse that could fly, and you went to the walls with the rattle trap guy, the courier that you kind of helped,
Yeah.
kind of cross paths with, and you let one Corporal Steelwater, leader of the Grey Caps, know
Stealer
what
of
was
water.
going on, and then you were able to get to a position where you could shoot up a flare so they could find out where you were, and they just bombarded the area to give you some cover. You fled, or not fled, but you ran to the sewers into an outflow pipe that they had turned off for you because people were like, well, wait a minute, if we can get in this way, how come they couldn't? And it was like, oh, normally there's a bunch of stuff coming out of this pipe, but they turned it off for you to get in, and they plan on turning it back on as soon as you're through and safe. You found your way out of the pipe into the sewers proper, ran into some grot swarms, took care of them pretty much no problem. And last time we ended with a big monster call, and you saw in the sewers here is a massive Dankhold Troggoth.
Dankhold.
Dankhold. There's a D at the end.
Dankhold.
Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about that one. But
Doug takes.
Why'd you just break everything?
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? What'd you do to Foundry?
This computer's just not happy about being alive.
Apparently.
Aw.
Hey, Quaxon, welcome in. All right, so the Dankhold Troggoth only has an initiative of 1, so as it shows up at the end of that round,
Do they only exist in Dankholes, the Troggoths?
there are different kinds of Troggoths.
This one specifically, the Dankhold.
This is
Troggoth.
kind of like the more common Troggoth.
And now I lost Jess. What? Computer.
Here.
Get
What are
your
you
stuff
talking
together,
about?
computer.
And it covered up half a mic.
What's going on over
I
there?
don't.
All right.
Put it out of its misery.
Do
That's
I
why
still
we do
have
it
my
live,
initiative
baby.
tracker here? I do. So Soil and Doug are tied for the highest initiative of 4. So who would like to go first? Quick reminder of a few things. Unfortunately, our last session had to get postponed due to sicknesses and things. So it's been 2 months since
Yeah.
we played. So a reminder, during combat, you get 1, you can move and get an action. You should have the reference sheets over there for what actions you can do. Don't forget about metal you can use to take an extra action. Use a talent or miracle, doesn't apply to anyone in this group. Double your training before you roll, or double your focus after you roll. You recover 1 metal at the start of your turn. Hopefully, it should be tracked in Foundry already what your metal is at.
I think everyone just has one, right?
I think everybody's max is 1.
Yeah.
It's like half your
Yeah.
soul rounded down.
Is
or
there a
something.
way to actually increase our metal at some point?
Increasing our soul.
I think it's your soul, or just your highest attribute, something like that. But what else is there? Oh, and Soulfire. Your group did finally use one last episode. I forget what exactly for.
I think it was to save Hella. You were about to like die or something like that.
Was
Like
it me?
yeah, I think
That sounds familiar.
2 months.
Yeah, don't forget you can use Soulfire if you agree to as a group. That's cool. If anybody dissents, you can still do it and get the benefit of it. You just also increase Doom by 1. I will let you know Doom is currently at 1, kind of the lowest minimum at the moment.
Yeah, we got it. That's rookie numbers. We gotta get that number up.
For real.
No,
Way too
we
low.
should-
Take that sword about it, probably.
To use Soulfire, you can treat
the
a
there
roll
go?
as if everything rolled was a 6. You can use it to re-roll as many dice as you'd like. You can use it to regain all of your spent metal. You can use it to recover all your toughness,
That one.
or
I think that's what we
she used
did.
it to cheat death.
Yeah.
As an action, choose a mortally wounded ally within close range, including yourself, and spend a soul fire. The ally is no longer mortally wounded and recovers half their toughness, but retains any wounds they've suffered. I feel like we may have used that for either Soil or Hela.
I thought we did it for Hela, but
I
then
don't.
again.
I don't think it was me because I have all the Aqua Gyranus that I used to help myself, and I also want to die. So
I feel like I used it for something and it was somewhat selfish, but that just may be me thinking about any game I've ever played ever.
It may have been to cast a spell with all 6s rolled.
Maybe.
That could be.
Could be. But right now, it's... we have
Angel's on her way.
Huh?
Hey!
Oh, great.
Oh.
I just got the messages because I'm not there with you.
Oh, you called it, though, Jess. All right, so we have Soil or Doug can go first here, both with your initiative of 4.
By all means, go for it.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Let's see.
I'll just be over here.
Soil's currently 2 zones away, and Doug is 1 zone away from the Troggoth.
There was something that I wanted to ask you about doing something.
Going to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I do that almost every month with a group of friends.
Nice.
I like wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings is dope. Oh, you mean about the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
like
trying
the
to sit
special-
there. I was trying to think and everything because there was something that I wanted to ask you about it before I did my turn.
Tim, run home and pick up the professional part. You left it there.
Oh,
Tisdale's coming in hot today.
Damn!
What's up, Tisdale?
Critical hit. Oh.
So who's going first? Or I'll just have the troll go. That's fine.
No.
No, thank you.
If you wanted me to go first, I can. I just figured, you're...
What was it? There was something about actions. Okay. Question for you, Mr. GM, sir.
Yes, I like Mr. GM, sir.
Stroke the ego. Because I know we talked about before. We didn't really want to get too in depth about like magic craft type deal. But are you open to?
A street play.
I'm sorry. What?
Huh?
No. Are you open to a slightly changing how a spell works?
I'll listen.
Okay. So,
I don't know where this is going. I'm interested.
all right. So,
I'll preface it with probably no, but
all right. Well, hear me out. We're just slightly changing a small little bit. Okay. So I'm looking at Shield of Thorns, which again, it's an ability. I summon, magically create a bunch of thorns and vines that engulf me and my allies. Thorns sticking outwards. Anything that attacks us takes an extra damage.
right. Okay, you did this one before, I think.
Yes. What if I tried to cast the Shield of Thorns on to the enemy, but instead of protecting them, essentially focusing on the aspect that magically making thorn vines sprout out and it either hinders or causes damage to happen to them for like a period of time.
Almost making the armor like a
Essentially,
Iron Maiden.
Not kind of, but also
Yeah.
like the thorns just kind of like shoot out and ensnare it almost in a trap, and either like slows it down, makes it can't move, or and maybe they take a little. I might be pushing it, but maybe take a hit of damage.
I'm gonna write down what I think his answer's gonna be, because I think I can get this.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm curious. All right, so he's writing it down, so at least Mike knows that he won't be lying. So it sounds like effectively instead of making it a protective zone, you want to make it more like a dangerous.
Not necessarily just a change, just essentially like trying to like trip up the troll or the enemy that I throw it at. So in my mind, it would be like if we were to be, play it out and everything, I just have the vines just suddenly sprout out from underneath its foot, wrap right around its ankle or, whatever the giant cankle that this thing might have. and it doesn't have to cover the full body, but like even just wrap around there and causes it that maybe it has to do a roll to move away from it or slows it down just a little bit more. I'm not saying like maybe if I roll all criticals on it, if you were to let me roll for it, maybe it like ensnare more of it, but like at the very least something like that. The damage aspect, maybe you let it happen, maybe you don't, but I'm just thinking like maybe you just, the briars just snag onto the people and then trip them up.
I will allow you to cast it on the Troggoth more offensively, and it'll make that area like difficult terrain for the Troggoth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also going to get the +1 damage back to you when you attack it. If you hit him, you'll take a damage.
Right, and that damage, of course, it doesn't necessarily say like. Where's my stuff?
Oh, and just with Hela, the combat, there was no time between, so those kind of roll into it. So whatever Urgold runes you have activated will still be activated.
I forgot about those. Did they wear out though, or what?
They like only. They like activate when you roll initiative.
Read about them.
Yeah, I think when you go into initiative, they like activate. So what was your guess there, Tim?
So I did think you were gonna say yes, but I thought you were gonna charge a soul fire for it.
Oh. No, I just had a different cost to it.
Yeah.
You could do that, but it's gonna make damage for you guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That sounds real bad.
No, that's not gonna help.
Then I'm just not gonna attack it.
Does Doug have any armor?
I mean, I think.
Does Doug have armor? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know if we've ever had to check that before.
Oh shit.
He
Okay.
has 1 armor.
Alrighty. Well, that's gonna unfortunately just.
I need to break that.
That's gonna unfortunately
Break my armor?
Yeah,
Why?
because I don't want you to have an armor.
Damn.
It's harder to hurt you that way.
That's the issue on why I don't get hurt. It's because of my armor.
I can't ever hit you.
I guess I'll just shoot a bunch of arcane bolts at it then for now.
Shoot some bolts about it.
Shoot some bolts about it. Maybe I'll revisit this topic of how to change up that spell. Maybe. Just thinking.
All right, so you're gonna arcane bolt.
Yeah.
Shoot your magic across the way here.
Which one was it again that increased the number of die? Was it training or focus?
If you spend metal to double your training, that'll double your dice from channeling.
Yes.
Which you normally get 1 from, so looks like you get 6 dice instead of 5.
Yes, I want that. Give me that roll. And I have 5 successes.
Whoa,
What? Whoa, okay.
a great roll.
So, yeah.
Well, that's rad.
So is that
Don't you do damage for each?
Yeah.
overcast +1 damage per additional success? So yeah, you do 5 damage to it.
Yep.
It only had 2 wounds.
And I think I have a focus in. What do I have again? I gotta look at my stats again.
Because you need 3s to cast, or
All right, I have a
Depends
training
on the
and
spell.
a focus. I have a training and a focus, and I doubled my training.
Yeah, so you got a 2 for the other dice, so focus isn't going to help you there.
Right. Yep. So
I
that
don't
ain't
think
gonna
you
help me.
needed 3s. Oh, it says right there 4-1, so you needed 4s.
So yep. Nope.
But still,
Bam.
so you shoot this thing. What's your arcane bolt look like?
So in this instance, since I mean it's just one target and everything, I'm just gonna like channel up a big ball of energy and everything, just like throw what seems like a magical spear just straight at the thing's face as best as I can.
So you throw this green spear at it. Is it a spear or sphere?
I'm gonna go with I said I was like just charging up, so I'm just gonna throw like an actual looks like a giant like bolt, so a spear type deal.
Cool. You see it hit the troll, Troggoth, and like you feel like most of the spear just kind of dissipates as it hits it, but it's like a little bit.
Just
But you get the feeling that it didn't
no, that's dumb.
take all
I
the
hate
damage.
that.
this Dankhold
That's
troll.
stupid. Yeah.
So
Screw Dankhold.
I'll have both of you. Both of you can make me a 4-2 channeling test. Mind channeling.
4-2.
So you have to roll 2 or more 4s. Mind channeling test.
4 successes.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So Doug,
How
you
do
don't.
My mind is 4. dude.
Okay.
I'm
I
a
have-
smart tree.
I have focus in this, so I.
You get it as well?
Yep.
Okay, so you both realize that this thing has some kind of natural magical resistance.
Of course it
It's
does.
magically
So
resistant.
not only does it double its armor against damage from spells, it also has a bonus to resist spell effects.
Now I see why you didn't want my Shield of Thorns to work as I wanted it. You wanted us to attack.
Yeah. I want it to hit you. It's carrying a big, gigantic, like a great club, kind of dragging it behind him. Does Soil want to move after that?
Am I able to? I thought
Yeah.
with the metal I
Action,
couldn't. Oh yeah, action, and then I can move. Where am I in front of this thing?
You're way to the right side.
So I'm a distance away.
Yeah, you're 2 zones away. So the white lines, they're supposed to be like dotted lines showing the different zones. So there's like this pool area that currently Captain Hines, Hella, and Doug are all in, and you were like, you jumped up to this like walkway up above with Darius to kill some grots. On the Troggoth is all the way to the west. You see some stairs leading up to its like landing area up there before this big great, like a portcullis.
All right, I'm going to just hang back for right now.
All right, so Doug,
I have a
got
question.
a plan?
Yes, I do. So you were talking earlier about how it was slightly magically resistant,
Yes,
and then I dropped a die on the floor,
I heard that.
and then I picked it up.
Oh, good job.
Is that to damage specifically, or like all effects?
So it doubles its armor against damage from spells, and it doubles its dice pool to resist effects from spells.
Okay.
Let's see, doubles their dice pool for any test to resist the effects of a spell.
Okay.
It just has like a nullifying effect to magic around it.
So enslaving it is also not going to be super dope.
You could try.
It's already very difficult to cast.
I mean, you can. I mean, your casting ability doesn't change because I get a test to resist the mind.
Right. I'm saying it's
Control.
already uphill usually for me to get that spell off. So if he has a better chance of resisting it, it doesn't seem like a great move there. So let's.
Get ready to rumble.
What are other things you can use a metal for? Can you use it for another move action?
Well, you can move as an action. You can run, so you can move an additional zone.
So what I'm asking is, can I use my metal to move a second time, or you just
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
full another action?
Yeah, because a run is an act. So you can move. You have a move.
Yeah.
Right? You can move from one zone to another because you have normal speed.
Okay.
And then if you use a metal for action to move again, you would still have another action to do whatever you want.
Okay.
Or just use your action to run and use your metal to do another action, do whatever you want. Either way,
Okay.
same thing.
So we're gonna teleport behind him.
Okay. Boo. All right, so I get some kind of test for
See
that,
me.
right? Is
Yes.
that Shadow Leap?
Mhm.
All right, so you do a body stealth test against my awareness, I think.
Yes.
Let's see how good a Troggoth is at awareness. And this is opposed, so just the default 4-1.
It doesn't show us your rolls.
Nope.
Stupid game.
I
have
mean, I
two.
can change that. All right, it doesn't know you're there. I had one.
Oh, dope. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch of damage about it.
Yeah, well, maybe.
So because of our backstab talent, what does this do? I deal double damage and ignore armor. Yeah, so we're gonna strike it.
Stab it a bunch of times.
The double damage and ignore armor is just
Yeah, I'm rat.
Stab it time.
I'm rat as hell.
oof.
So what's its defense?
Where'd it go? Great.
It's great.
It's great.
All right. Yeah, we'll attack it.
This thing's strong, man.
We'll get
Apparently, it has the powers of both Lucky Charms and Tony Tiger.
3 successes with our focus, because we have 2 5s. There's a 4 that we can turn to a 5. So that'll deal 6 damage, and it ignores armor.
Backstab. I hate that ability. It's so good. All right, you do some damage to it, and
Yeah.
it's like, "Argh!"
So I bet he didn't like that.
But before you do that, like after you stab him, you realize that like there are little things all over you, like biting you.
There's little bugs?
There's little bugs. He has squiggly beast followers as a rule that you didn't realize until you got into that area
You're
with
just
him.
mocking me now, aren't you? You
Dankhold-
killed my companion. I can't cast magic
He's
at
got
it.
something just
and now
like it.
He's just got...
You can cast magic at it. It's just not as good as other enemies.
Maybe
It
you can
counts
steal
as
one of his.
the zone that
Give
he's
me.
in counts as a minor hazard, so you take a damage. But you do have 1 armor, so that
But I didn't
soaks
move
it.
in this zone.
Yes, you did.
I appeared in this zone.
Yeah, you're in the zone.
The zone is unaware that I am there.
It's biting
I
you.
passed my stealth check.
Yes.
Fine, I'll take a damage. Whatever. This is a stupid game. I don't take any because I have armor.
That's what I said.
Oh, I wasn't listening. So then we'll use a
You were
metal.
already incensed.
We'll use a metal to teleport back out. Right back to where we were.
Oh.
Get wrecked.
Stop back mocking my character. Start going after Doug.
I would if he was still there. All right. Next up is Daria. So I think she would probably go to fight it. She's especially good at fighting things bigger than herself. So I'll have her use her move to get into the next zone. She'll use a metal.
Does she have a gun?
No, she's got.
No, I
swords.
thought she has
Words.
crossbow.
Oh, she's got like hand crossbows or something.
Yeah.
But this is like her thing. Like she literally has a talent called the bigger they are.
I don't know. I feel like she'd
In real
hang
life,
back
that's
after seeing the bugs attack Doug. That's
Yeah,
my vote.
When I teleport back, I'm like, oh, it's covered in bugs.
She's got 2 swords, so she gets to count her melee as 2 steps higher than
He's
normal.
just ignoring us.
That's so weird. So on her way, she'll make sure she has both cutlasses out. I can't remember if she did from last time or not. But she will, against attacker.
This just goes to show, like, always make sure you know what time the game starts. That way you're on time, so Dan doesn't run you in to fight a giant covered in bugs Troggoth.
Dankhold Troll.
Yeah, in this dank hole.
Okay, so she's dual wielding. Why secondary weapon repeater hand bow? That's not what I want. Let's make sure we have the right stuff equipped. There we go.
How great is it that if you say Dan Cole in a specific way, it sounds like Dan Cole? Like,
It's dumb.
it's so great. Dude, my name doesn't do anything cool like that. Timfrance. Oh. I could make a joke out of that. All right, we'll get there. Stay tuned.
We'll get there. Whoa, she succeeded with every single die.
Yo, all right.
She's just gonna Rachel about it, you know. That's how she does, even when she's not here. So 1 gets 4 damage through, so it takes some of that, and then the other one gets 3 damage, so again it takes some of that. Yo, this thing is already really beat up. You've done almost half its toughness already,
Almost half.
and it's Hella's turn.
Ella, hey.
Yeah, and I just go beat on things. Dan, these
Hello.
runes. I feel like we questioned this last time about when are they active or how do I activate them?
Isn't it whenever you're in combat?
Is it? And yeah, like because we weren't really using them before, and then when I got close to death, because I have another thing. I took an oath where if I'm really close to death, my runes like even bump up even more, and I didn't realize that that's what that was. I was kind of looking at the oath thing thinking like, oh, my runes don't activate until I'm close to death.
Dude, dwarf runes are rad as hell.
It's really cool. So it says that each Urgold
They're
rune
branded
remains
on her or
active for
something, aren't
1
they?
adventure.
Yeah.
Damn.
After that, the rune
It's
becomes
just
inert.
active all the time
Yeah.
because this is still the same adventure. So okay.
Yeah.
Really, the reason I was asking is just because you mentioned these little like parasites this troll has, and I don't have armor because I'm trying to die.
Squiggly beasts.
but my 1 rune gives me armor of 1.
To be fair,
Oh.
he's probably really mad at us because he was on his way to Hot Topic because he's a troll goth.
That actually wasn't terrible. Actually, Daria takes 1 damage because she doesn't have armor because those storm vermin broke it way back when.
Oh.
I think she's the only one that doesn't have armor now.
Ah, nuts.
I mean, I don't actually have armor, but my runes give me armor of 1.
Okay.
Oh,
So you won't take damage from the squiggly beasts when you enter that zone.
Dirt's worm also didn't have armor.
I'm sorry, what did you just call
Dirt.
it?
Oh, soil. Sorry.
Dirt?
Dirt.
Wow.
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 Rude.
Hither. No. I'm gonna move into this zone and attack it.
All right.
It's just like you teleport. Just watching that animation of it just over there.
Gone over there.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to hit it with a hammer because that's what I do.
Great
What do I roll
defense.
for my hammer again?
Oh, let's see what Hella's got going on. Body 4, weapon skill of 1, so 5 dice. And what else do you have here? Oh, when your toughness is at 0, you do a lot better, but you should also have...
My
wait,
toughness. I have full toughness right now because
it's in
drank
gear.
all-
Drank a bunch of pennies about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the rune of searing heat, plus 1 damage.
Nice.
So because you have a great hammer, you do 3 plus successes damage. You're rolling 5 dice against their great defense. Your melee is good, so you need 5s.
Oh, wait, you deal damage in addition to your successes?
Because of my rune.
Some weapons either say 1 plus S or
Oh, mine just says plus S.
yeah.
Damn, I only
Gotcha.
had 1 success. I'm dying.
That's still what?
Well, I mean, that's 3 damage at least, right?
So it becomes 4. But you can feel this thing has some natural armor on it. It's super tough. And then you see its wounds.
What if she hit it like really hard in its knee so that it kind of like just falls over and Peter Griffins it?
Oh, it can't even be an adventurer anymore either, yeah.
So that was a move and an action. Did you want to spend any metal?
Hit it again.
I hit it again.
Hit it again.
Listen to the voice of Tim.
Only 1 success again. I rolled like almost the same exact thing.
All right. Well, that's still damage going through. It really doesn't like it. And you hit it a second time, and you see that its wounds are starting to knit themselves back together.
No, that's dumb.
That's fun.
Because it's a Troggoth that has regeneration.
What is this? This is kind of like the troll things. We need to use fire to stop the regeneration.
Yeah, maybe. So then on its turn, first thing it's going to do is try its crushing grip.
Shout out to my
No,
exes.
I'm sorry. It's going to swing its club. Let's see. The last one to hit it was the Dwarden, so it's going to swing at
was
you with
me.
its boulder club. What's your defense?
1 armor.
Well, whatever damage I get here, which will probably be a lot, you subtract 1 from it for your armor. What's your defense rating?
Oh. Is that the little shield one?
Yes.
Average 2.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm trying to die.
Well,
Oh, that is
might
true.
get your wish,
Yeah.
because this guy
No.
just did 11 damage.
Whoa!
And but then I get to take 1 away from it.
It succeeded on all but 1 die.
You should
And I can
Prove it.
do it. No,
Prove it.
never mind.
Show
It's
it
going to
to
be
us.
12 because I'm going to use my focus.
Yeah, there's
Show
a lot-
it to us. I don't
there's
believe
a lot
it.
of blue on that screen. He hits on 2s?
Well, when you're average,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah. So 12 damage. So you only take
no.
11.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Wait a
wow.
minute. I only have 7 toughness.
Okay, so
How
you
does that work?
so you go down
Listen,
to 0,
I-
obviously.
Yeah, I
Right.
think you've done what you set out to do. Die to a troll.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
So
all
we're
right.
gonna.
So how much damage is coming on her?
So it would be 11. So you take 4 more than your toughness, which
Yeah.
That's a serious wound or something.
that is another serious wound.
can we use?
No,
the
isn't
tactics
that's
part and
deadly?
save your
No,
dream here
wait a
to-
minute. That-
Oh, is there another level to it?
I think that's deadly.
I was just reading this earlier.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, if your toughness is 0 and you suffer 5 or more damage.
Nope, serious is 2 to 4. It's deadly if it's 5
Okay,
plus.
so you take another serious wound that fills 2 tracks on your
Oh.
wound space. So you're at full wounds, 4 of 4.
Just teleport back out.
Should it be 4? Is it Dwarden?
I don't.
Either way, it would
I
be
don't know.
full.
Yeah.
I feel like because Dwardens have a special,
So
like
then,
their racial thing is they get an extra.
so Hella's got like
bonus.
one more shot, just as the rest of us, pretty much.
One
And then-
chance. Is she
and
gonna
then-
take it or let it slip?
She goes to mortally wounded, and then you have to start trying to save yourself, or one of us has to get your butt out of there.
Luckily for you, you do have the hard to kill talent. The first time you fail a death test in combat, you do not increase the difficulty number. The next test you fail increases it as normal. So you get like kind of one free fail.
Yeah, because I'm trying to die, but it ain't easy.
What is your backup character, by the way? Just asking.
For a friend.
Yeah.
So then it sees you're in a weakened state, so it's going to try to grab you with one of its big ol' hands by
It
spending
already
a medal.
attacked me, Dan.
I know it's going to spend a medal to do this. It's got that.
Ah,
It's like a boss, basically. So let me double check. Make sure I'm doing this right. Let's go to the bestiary here. The Dankhold Troggoth. All right. Crushing Grip. A medium or smaller creature that suffers damage from this attack is restrained. Okay, so I basically have to grab you with it first. So we're going to roll here with its superb melee
Jesus.
against your average defense, so it's hitting on 2s again. All right, so it failed. No, it doesn't fail any because of focus.
Oh, it rolled a single one, Dan?
It did. But it's got focus, so it can bump it up to the 2 it needs.
What a dank.
So that would be 10 damage.
Jesus.
And then we'll figure that out in a second. You are now restrained as the Dankhold Troggoth wraps his hand around you and picks you up. It can restrain 2 creatures in this way, holding 1 in each hand. I can use an action to crush any restrained creature, dealing 5 damage.
Dan only kills people in the first 20 minutes of a session, so they just have to sit there and watch.
That's not entirely true.
got me shaking me.
All right, so you, let's see, let's look at this for damage and such.
Death with honor.
This is going to be a lesson. He's going to be like, see, Rachel, you should have been on time. Jess is dead.
Maybe you could have saved her.
Did I get a spit take there?
Wow.
Okay, so now you definitely take a deadly wound. So you took damage, so now you're going to make a death test, right? Because you're mortally wounded now. When there are no spaces left to note on your wound track, you're mortally wounded.
You are stunned. You cannot recover toughness. If you take further damage, you are incapacitated. And if you take damage again, you die.
Why is Hella so far away from the troll? I didn't throw you.
She teleported.
No, I moved myself there.
Just now? I'm
No, in the
scared.
same zone.
All right, so you are restrained. And what was the other one? Stunned now?
What?
You're restrained and stunned.
It-
Because it's holding you. At the
Stunned,
beginning of
yeah.
your next turn, you must make a death test. Because you are
Whoa.
mortally wounded.
What do we can use a soul fire about this, right? Or something?
yeah.
Not right now.
As I said, right now, I'm kind of stuck.
Oof, okay.
All right. And then I'm going to have it use one, its last medal, because it actually has 2. And it's going to do the same thing to Daria. Try to grab her with its crushing grip. And pick her up.
Not gonna have any hands left, guys.
Yeah, it drops its club to do this.
Just to make sure you're aware of it, not saying to do it, but just to make sure you're aware of it, there is also such a thing as last stand, whereas death looms, some heroes choose to sacrifice everything to save their allies.
We don't have that. We don't have to do that.
I'm just making sure she's aware of everything that she can do. If you are mortally wounded, you can declare a last stand. When you do so, the following happens. You remove any conditions you may have. Your metal refills to maximum. You are immune to all damage. Your melee and accuracy increase 1 step. Your damage, including from spells and miracles, ignores armor. But when your turn ends, you die.
Oh, you can't just up the wounds. You have to add the deadly wound. All right, so Daria and Hella both have deadly wounds
Uh-oh.
and are in real bad
Rachel's
shape.
gonna show up and we're gonna say, "Oh, you died too."
No,
She's probably gonna be a little upset about it, but
Dan decided to just throw your character right into everything.
I still think that's what she would have done.
Rachel's gonna show up and we're gonna be like, "Oh, it was all a dream. You guys are in the city. You had chamomile tea and hot cocoa. It's so nice."
Cord just says Dan's going for the DPK. What'd you do to cause this, Tim?
I didn't do it.
I can't hit Doug, so I'll take it out on everybody else.
It is my fault.
Hiding everywhere.
It is my fault.
Whoa!
That's just Felix running around
Throwing
upstairs.
a bunch of rocks up there.
Rachel must be here because I hear Georgia barking.
I was just
All
like,
right,
somebody's
well,
falling
that's,
down the stairs.
that's the end of round 1. We're back to Doug and Soil.
Oh, round 1, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
So we made it.
Maybe we're only like halfway, but his wounds start to heal, so you know.
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
Oh, so wait, so both Hella and Darius are.
Hella and Daria are like in the same spot. They're both
Dying.
they both just took deadly wounds, so that means they're like not
Rachel, just
not
in time,
die
quick-
test.
Quick question for you.
Yeah,
we're
what's your
fighting-
backup character?
As your character, would your character decide after watching Doug not do any kind of real damage to a giant troll?
What do you mean? I did a ton of real damage to the troll.
Dive right up.
Significant amount of
Would
damage.
you just dive right into that fight face first?
No, I don't know. Like,
Because that's what Dan just made your character
Okay,
do.
so
you're,
To defend myself a little bit,
Did you
Daria,
casually walk up?
you're just
Nonchalant.
like, yeah.
Daria has the bigger they are talent.
Welcome to
She
the
has
party.
trained
She
to
does, she
fight the
does.
big things, so she went in there and stabbed it. She did damage. She did a fair bit of damage, and then it just squeezed you to almost death.
I can't believe you gave Rachel a black eye and then
Listen.
all started killing her.
listen,
So it's going great.
the shades are gonna stay on so we don't scare all of our viewers.
Yeah, Hella's is pretty much in a death state in one hand. The thing's about to grab you.
No.
Oh, it did.
No,
Oh, it did grab her. Sorry,
Yeah,
it did.
she's got the same conditions. She's stunned. She's restrained.
Stunned.
Yeah,
And what's the
Great.
other one?
you can thank your GM for this.
dying.
He decided for your character that you're just diving headfirst into this.
Yeah, thank Dan Cole about it.
Hey.
Dan Cole with his Dankhold Troll.
I mean, I guess he has to live up to his name, right?
Right?
Wait, hell, what do you got going on here?
What do you mean? I'm dead.
What do you mean?
You're poisoned?
I'm dead.
All fingers on Tim. Cord, listen.
What?
I have done nothing but benefit.
You have the poison condition on your token
I
here.
was
Did you do that?
Poisoned at one. No, I was
from the
poisoned
Warfire
at one
cannons.
point.
Oh, yeah.
I
that-
don't
Oh,
remember
God.
why,
That's definitely gone
but-
by now.
but I had poisoned as a
Does it go away
thing to me.
after a short rest, right?
I think it's a long rest to get
The
rid of
poison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't the last like poisoning like those seed things and it lasted forever?
Oh, it did last.
There was something that happened. I think the warp fire
Yeah.
gave
Oh,
you
yeah.
poison. I think that's what it's from. Because poison, let me double check. I think it lasts until you rest. Oh, it doesn't say.
Well,
in
you
there.
know what? I'm dying anyway, so.
Might as well die poisoned, I
Right?
guess.
Let's just die about it. All right, Soil and Doug, what you
Oh,
doing?
God. We got to get him out of there.
This big old Troggoth staying up there with a friend in each hand, just going, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," shaking you right now.
I'm not really sure what we can do here outside of put it down.
You're the one who can teleport in. Is there any way that you can get in?
I don't teleport. I just move through shadows. It's
Are
very
you really
different.
going to argue semantics?
I'm not-
You have two of our allies about to die.
Well, you're the one that's like throwing shade, which I can teleport in. I mean, move through.
Oh, no.
You just don't want to get near the bugs again, do you?
They're yucky. Have you been bitten by them? No, that's right. Because I'm willing to go up there. Well, they did bite me. It just, I had armor on.
They just bit your armor
They bit my
instead.
armor.
Armor.
They bit my armor.
Soil, all I'm saying is I've been up there. I haven't seen you up there to get grabbed and murdered by the Dankhold troll.
Okay, are you volunteering to go up and take Hella's place or Darius's place?
Oh, I can't do that. I can't swap places.
Oh,
But I will go up there, and I'll go. And I'll step through shadow to get behind him, and I'll make a body and stealth check.
All right. Maybe you could roll like all failures. So good at awareness. Oh, I failed.
Oh, he doesn't roll 13 dice and hit on 2s? Oh, that's so cool.
Did you get any successes?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh. 2 successes?
Yes.
All right, he doesn't see you.
Okay.
But the bugs do. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
No, they don't. They're not aware of me.
The
Did
bugs
they
are.
make an awareness roll?
They don't have to.
Why?
Because it's just the zone becomes a minor hazard. So you take a damage, but you got an armor about it. so
Just
you're
because
fine.
the hazard isn't of age doesn't mean
Oh,
that...
God.
wait. So
light
then you're
hazard.
the one who put the circle on the map.
No. I can't get rid of the circle, so I don't think I put it there.
The bugs are in the entire zone.
Yes. The zone that Troggoth is in becomes a minor
Oh yeah.
hazard. to
So
anything
Rachel,
that's
here's
not
a
green
couple
skin.
other heads up just in case for your turn and everything. This thing is resistant to magic, and apparently its wounds just start to heal after a period of time. Yeah.
Also, it has
We
natural
only-
armor, and it damages you if you're near it, and
Succeeds it succeeds on twos.
Well, depending on your defense.
So we'll attack it. It's unaware of us.
Great defense. Did you put that in?
Yes.
It has great defense.
Yeah, I
And
did.
we've gotten through close to half of it.
So I've rolled.
Or half of it.
I've rolled a 1. I've rolled 2 2s.
Oh.
And a 6.
Wow.
So we do
you
double it and ignore the armor.
So you become 2 damage.
Yeah, look at that.
That's amazing.
So that's what I did.
That's, I mean, good thing you ignore its armor.
Oh my god, they're both in trouble. I would really like to use my medal to just leave.
Could you?
And
Just
leave us
leave.
all here.
Here's a thought.
We should.
Here's a thought, Doug. Maybe you can attack its hands that are holding our allies, so they, are
But they're
let
all the way up
go.
there.
No offense, Hella, but at least Darius, so that she can assist.
I'll try to. I'll use my medal to attack again.
Okay.
This is stupid.
Cry
Against
me,
great defense, don't forget to change that.
cry me a river.
It's very important.
Oh!
2 successes.
It'll be 3 with my focus.
Oh, so you do damage to it.
I do 6 damage ignoring armor, because I double it, because it doesn't know I'm there.
I'm pretty sure it's only on the first attack you do.
It doesn't say that.
I don't like that. I'm going to house rule that one.
Nope. I deal 6 damage ignoring armor.
Yeah, if a target is unaware of you, you just stabbed it. It's clearly aware of you now.
It's very aware of not me.
No, you don't get it on the second.
Of course I do.
Stabbed.
It
Of
probably thought
course
one of its
I
other
do.
little... I only did 2 damage to it. It
All right,
probably
so
thought
you'll-
one of its little bugs did it.
What are you doing, Soil?
So to be clear, can I say like I'm targeting like its wrist or something that's holding one of my allies, like to see if I can like?
It might be an action that's a called shot.
Yes.
The target's
Oh,
defense
yeah.
increases.
Never
determined by
mind.
the hit location.
Never mind. I don't want to do that.
Ugh.
Yeah, it increases the difficulty if you make a called shot.
Whoa, but if you target the arms, it goes up to superb or whatever, but it drops something that it's carrying.
Yeah. I mean, if you did that and nominate which hand you're trying to get, it could potentially drop one of them. Because if you don't, it just straight up does 5 damage.
What?
I really don't like this thing. Really don't like this thing.
Yeeted
Yeah.
across the sewer.
This guy's great.
Do me a favor, Dan. How
Maybe.
much health does it have left?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Rude.
It looks. I mean, you've done significant damage to it. Some of its wounds are have closed up
One of them, right?
a little bit. Sorry, I shouldn't say wounds. It's healed some toughness. It has a
Okay.
lot of toughness, though.
It's healed like multiple toughnesses.
Yes,
Dumb.
it heals multiple on the start of its turn.
Okay.
But everybody gets to go before it goes again, except for Doug, because he already went.
Oh, can I just go again?
Nah.
Just this one time.
Even Soulfire's not that good.
Yeah.
That's when you should have used
How have I
Soulfire.
not actually died yet? Are all these wounds active on me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to start making death saves at the start of your turn.
Me too. Yay!
Yay! You get to go through it together.
Oh, shit.
All right, Soya, what are you doing?
Trying to think that out. I could try and do a little bit of realm blood, but that's only one person. But I can do it twice if I use metal. But that's only going to increase your toughness a little bit.
Well, if you heal toughness, then the crushing does 5 damage, right? If you heal, how much toughness you heal could reduce the severity of the last wound they took.
Dude, you just rolled for 12.
Yeah, so so the crush just does an automatic 5.
Well,
I don't have to roll
you know.
for that. So in a way, it's kind of worse. So
Yeah.
right now, they both have to make a 4-3 test to not die because the last wound they took was a deadly wound from getting grabbed and squeezed. So healing one of their toughness wouldn't be the worst thing. Oh, never mind. You can't recover toughness while mortally wounded. I forgot about that.
Ah, there we
When
go.
we're ready.
There it
We
is.
don't need it.
Okay, so I guess.
Insert the Steve
Man.
Carell.
All right.
Theme. Oops.
It's resistant to magic, and it's. What is its defense again?
Great.
Its defense is great. Its
Which
range is poor, though. It's really bad at, like, throwing things.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Thankfully, it has nothing in its hands it could throw poorly.
So just huck at a Doug and finally hit him with Hella's body.
Oh my god.
It'd be hilarious.
Oh,
It'd be
God.
so good.
All right. What does it mean? All right. What does it mean when it's great again for its defense? Or
It means you have to roll higher to get successes.
So your melee is average, so that means that you need 6s to hit it.
fucking Christ! So the only thing I can do
Because it's
is
2 higher.
Oh, how much health did you say I had left again?
A bunch.
Oh.
I mean,
And it heals a bit every round.
the best that I can do right now is just start hucking more spells at the freaking thing.
But it's resistant to
Yeah,
it too.
no
This is
magic.
Yeah, well, I can't. I'm not a melee character.
this hole is so dank right now.
Like the most I can do. Wait, what can I? Hang on. Wait a minute. Let me look at this one. Oh, I can.
Yeah, check all your options right now, because
Oh,
you guys are in a
I
tough
can
spot.
increase. I can increase their defense.
Remember when we picked up that troll slaying cannon? Use that.
Oh man. Shapoopy.
Shaboozy.
Because I bet you its body is going to be real strong, so I doubt I can knock it on its ass with Arcane Wave.
Maybe we could try and
But that
talk
also
to it.
does damage to everybody in the zone.
I
too,
know,
which is
you're
all of
also
us.
there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're used to being prone, so it's okay.
Oh my god.
That's good.
That was bad.
She does bring up a great point, though. Maybe we could reason with it.
Yeah, maybe we can reason with it. I can be very persuasive when I need to be.
As you're getting crushed in the face.
You've only done like 15 damage to it. It might listen.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, just tell it this was all a goof. We were just joking
Yeah,
around.
what about the captain down here? He didn't do anything.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Oh,
yeah.
hey, would you look at that?
Oh, hey, oh.
Hella to save the day.
Oh, okay. He
Comes
would've-
in there, gets a couple of stabs in there.
Oh, really? He died before he grabbed both of them. Oh, that's so weird.
He had a chance to shoot. No, that's the wrong thing. Where I didn't. Oh, that's why I had that token there to count. I keep opening all the wrong tabs. Where are the cogsmiths?
Did we lose everyone else too? Is it just us and the captain?
Yep, he's the only one to survive.
Tim is bad and should feel bad. I don't know what's going on, but it's probably Tim's fault. Stop it!
He's so mean to you.
Dan should kill his character off. Rude, Rylan! Get your straight streak and go!
All right. So he would have made a shot there. With his.
You should get extra damage for skipping him, Dan.
Nah. How'd he do?
He takes 1 additional damage for each word in Ryland's last post.
Okay, he did. Who said that? You? Working on it. All right, he did do damage to it, at least. So, yeah, Soil, what are you doing?
Wait, he attacked twice, right? Because it's been 2 turns?
It has not.
This is the second round.
Right.
And his initiative is...
Oh, 4. It's the same time. So
Yeah.
I'll just roll it again while he's deciding. He's not going to get any closer to this thing. Same thing. Same result.
I'm working on it. 4 damage.
All right. All right. This thing keeps regenerating. I doubt I'm going to be able to really do anything physical to it. It's resistant to magic. I can't really heal anybody. I can't really get any kind of thing going on.
I think trying to heal them both a little bit is probably the best call. Reducing the severity of the damage they're about to take.
Or they can't heal toughness while mortally wounded.
Yeah.
Right, but we're just going to allow that. So,
Yeah, that's the only problem is the most I can do is just increase their defense with Mystic Shield. Just trying so that they can have a... I mean, does their defense still play a role with whatever happens next?
Not when he has them in their grip.
Yeah, okay. So that takes that completely out.
Yeah, he spends an action and squeezes, and they just take straight up damage.
maybe you could,
That ignores armor.
once again, to go back to what Rachel said, you can take an action in combat to parlay and use an opposed test to end the conflict peacefully.
You could.
I have no skills that will allow me to do that.
Right, but he's not even aware when I teleport behind him and stab him in the ankle. So, he's probably not super smart.
Which makes me then double down on why do you think that would work?
What, do you know something else that's going to work?
I'm trying to figure this out.
We can just tell them that there's like a unintended bridge.
Listen. I know you're angry at us right now. We're stabbing you. But hear me out. Prime real estate, stone bridge, goats travel it over it all the time.
No one is paying toll.
Nobody. It is,
0 toll.
I'm
you
like-
literally can get in there.
I know we're
promising.
joking, but it might work.
Promising. I can guarantee you at least 15 gold aqua a day.
Do you have any ranged attacks?
My arcane bolt. That's all I got. That's like I said. I either get in close and I start hacking at it with you, trying to maybe entice it to come after me or somebody. But the only other thing I could do is just start slamming it with more magic. 'Cause I know I can hit it.
Can you use a metal to have 2 actions in combat on the same attack? For instance, very specifically, charge and cold shot?
Yeah. Yeah, because spending a metal just gives you another action, so you can do anything on that list of actions.
So if you charged it, you get an extra d6, and its defense is reduced, and you go for the arms to have them drop 1?
No, my defense is reduced.
Oh. Yeah, if you want to read the words as they are actually written, you could say that.
Or you can interpret them how you want.
Says
Yeah.
defense is reduced. I guess everybody's defense is reduced. Just says defense in general.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the targets. Oh, and the cold shot is increased, and yours is reduced. Yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it doesn't say your defense is reduced. It just says defense in general. So that's everyone's defense.
Could you defend us?
Okay.
The help would add an extra d6 to the insane amount of damage they take automatically on their turn.
So you're looking at the, the rules reference there in the book. It says you gain +1 d6 to your dice pool for the attack when you charge, but your defense is reduced 1 step until the start of your next turn. You charged in, you leave yourself a little open for retaliatory attacks.
No, go for the legs. Cold shot legs. If you get a damage through, it falls down.
If it falls down, would that cause it to lose its grip?
Yes.
Probably not.
Okay, then go for the head and stun it. Oh, can it even have its defense increased by 2 steps?
Can it? Yeah, up to extraordinary.
Dumb. Wait, so if it's extraordinary, he's still hitting on 6s. He's already hitting on 6s now.
I think so.
So,
Yeah, 2 or more steps higher.
So if you charge it
I'm gonna give you one more minute
and you go
before
for
Sawyer loses their turn.
a cold shot for the head, we use a soul fire. They're all 6s.
We can't use Soulfire. It's just you and me right now. They're knocked out.
No,
We
they
can
can
use
still
Soulfire.
Well, the players decide, not so much the character.
okay. I thought it had to be with the characters.
And what's the worst thing about the doom increasing? How could this get worse?
Do you really want to find that out?
I can teleport away and ride on my mystical steed.
Really?
Yeah, you're wrecked, but like I'm fine.
All right.
So you're saying use the soul fire to achieve maximum success on a test?
Yeah.
For the head.
Yeah. To stun the ever living hell out of it.
Because that would at least give us. It should deal some damage, right? And we only need some damage.
Well,
What
it
is
would
stun?
deal damage, and the target is also considered stunned, meaning.
Right.
What does stun actually do?
Stunned, you can either take either an action or a move on your turn, but not both. Can't spend metal to do additional actions.
Yo, that one's actually very good.
Speed
Yeah.
becomes slow,
Okay, let's
and
try that.
defense decreases 1.
So the
Yeah,
soul,
punch its head.
so the soul fire we can use to just literally say, "I guarantee a hit."
Yeah.
You guarantee everything that you roll is a 6.
Everything I roll is a 6. Okay, so charging at it, called shot at the head with my great scythe.
Yep.
Yeah, with the soul fire.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and you have to spend a metal
For
To
the
be able to
double
do
action.
all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
because you got to move, action to move into this zone. You take a damage, but you have armor, so you don't. And then, yeah. So you're spending a soul fire.
Spending a soul fire, increase doom by 1, and so let's see here.
It doesn't increase doom because we all agree on it.
Does Jess agree? I didn't hear yet.
Yes. I give
right.
a thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. That
So-
means it costs 1 less soul fire.
So if it's guaranteed all 6s, let's see. My weapon skill is it's a 3. I also have a training and a focus in it.
So you have 3 dice,
4 with the charge.
4 dice. So 4 successes. Your scythe, though.
Well, I have a
is-
training in it, so that
+4.
means.
You can't turn a 6 to a 7. It doesn't matter.
Well, no. Which one
Oh,
is it that
I
increases?
always
Training
get it
is
confused about
extra.
The
yeah.
training is what
Training
makes it
is
3.
nice.
Because your body is 2, and then you have 1 for training.
Gotcha.
Weapon skill.
Oh.
And
Gotcha,
what does
gotcha.
the weapon do?
1 plus success damage. So you do 5 damage.
Cleave, slashing.
Now, does it?
It
Does
just
that have
says
anything?
if the attack deals damage, the target is stunned. It doesn't say how much damage.
Right, I don't think you hit. I think it's just any. But let's double check that. What am I looking for? Oh, called shot.
Yeah, so the defense is increased by 2 steps. If the attack deals damage, the target is stunned until the end of its next turn. So it's stunned both this turn and its next turn.
Sounds good to me.
Is how I read that. Don't read
And
that anymore.
and on top of that, my scythe also does cleave, which means anything within area or close range, or any other enemies within close range also take damage.
Oh,
pretty
so I
cool.
finally take damage.
Okay, so.
No, any other enemies.
fine.
And well, I mean,
That's why I was like, nuts.
Are the
Okay.
bugs all dead?
No, they just keep like coming out of him.
Hey, those are
Ew.
enemies.
coming out of him.
He's got like mushrooms and
Taking
stuff growing
damage.
on him, and they like fall out of the mushrooms and things
What's
like
he
that.
live in, a
Disgusting.
dank hole?
That's why I don't eat mushrooms.
No, on top of no, my question is for all of you now, as you're so close to him and in contact with him, this might be lice. So just wash your hair.
Gross.
Oh, no!
All right.
So just wash your
Definitely
hair.
getting bugs.
So here comes the fun part. We have our death tests. First up,
But he's stunned.
he's stunned. Yeah,
No, for Daria and me.
Oh.
We're dying.
it's not his
We're
turn
still
yet.
in the, clutches of.
So
death.
yeah, so he's stunned from getting whacked in the head with your scythe. But so now because Daria, the last hit you took was a
What, 4
deadly
damage?
wound
He took 4 damage.
when it snatched you
I have
up.
no idea how much armor he has.
You
Oh,
need
wait,
to
wait,
make
pause. You never said how much damage I actually did to him, did you?
5.
5.
I did 5 damage to him. Oh,
Because you had 4 dice, all successes, and the scythe is 1 plus successes.
So
Right.
he did 5
So 5.
damage.
So how much did he actually take?
Less than that, because he has armor.
So how much does he have left?
Not a lot. He looked
Not a
pretty
lot.
hurt. Tim's been
Not
trying to
a
be-
lot.
He's been trying to get me to say the total.
yeah,
that he's
Dan.
at.
What was it again? I know you'd mentioned it. I just forgot.
It's
I'm
about
writing it
a
down.
quarter of its health.
He still has a quarter of his health left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, exactly a quarter of its health.
Okay.
Okay.
So he
if
said
you
we did
took
15 damage to
5.
it. You just did 5, so we've done 20.
Yeah, but
based
he
on what he's
regenerated.
I don't know what you've actually done.
Right.
With
But
the
you
healing.
said numbers. That means something to people, Daniel.
Ooh,
All right.
Daniel.
If he's stunned, can he regenerate?
Yes, it's not an
He
action.
yeah,
Of
he's
course
still gonna
he can.
regenerate next round.
Alrighty, so
He's got 69 health.
What
left.
Area.
what is
Nice,
the death
thanks,
test
Ryan.
your
look
death
like?
test is because your last thing was a deadly wound. It is a 4-3 test, and it's not a skill. You use your best attribute of body, mind, or soul.
3 successes is a lot.
Yeah, and the fact that you don't get to use
So
what
I
do you
guess
call it?
body is so I need 3. I get how many dice? 4.
your body's 3.
Yeah.
So you get 3 dice. They have to all be 4 pluses.
Okay. Well, it's nice
Do their
knowing
best
y'all.
to do it because we wasted all the turns. But
How much soul fire do we have total?
2 left.
We have 2 left.
How many death tests do you have to?
Is
Have
it
to
like
fail or
Monopoly? Do
is
you get
it
like 3 chances to
more-
get out of jail?
Yeah,
This is
Don't
the,
you get-
That's why you
Okay.
need 3 successes, actually.
Oh, yeah. So before you roll, I will read it. So if you succeed, you've managed to cling to life. You're no longer mortally wounded. You remove the stun condition. Your toughness remains at 0. Your wound track is still full. So if you take further damage, you become mortally wounded again. If you fail a death test, you edge closer to death. The difficulty of the death test increases by 1, but can never go above 6. So if you don't pass this time, you're not dead. Just at the start of your next turn, it would be a 5-3
Oh, okay.
test.
You're just edging.
And then
death.
6-3.
Got it.
If it would go above 6, then you die. So it says usually means you fail death test 3 times, you die. So you're not dead if you don't roll 3 4 pluses right now.
Okay, the name Death Test doesn't really elude that information.
Well, it's like a death save in D&D.
But this isn't D&D.
True. So I said
And
it's
so focus doesn't.
no,
Can't use any of that.
not unless you have other talents that have to do with this, like Hella does. She has like the hard to kill or something like that.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, yours is all about offense though. Rolling physical dice.
Darn it. No.
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 No. All right. So you are now what's it called?
Closer to death.
Yeah, so now you'll need 5s to survive.
Oh.
And then it's Hella's turn, same as
Come on,
the
Hella.
Troggoth.
You're hard to kill though, so I don't know what that means.
So
None of
it
us
just
really
means
do.
that if I fail the next time, it doesn't increase the number. It stays the same.
Yeah, the
Okay.
first
Yeah, it's a
time.
Lucky
Easy.
you.
Or no, the first time, just for this first one.
Right,
Only matters
so-
if you don't pass this one, so just
So
pass it.
same thing, you need 3 4 pluses, but Hella does have a 4
I
in
have
body.
4. Yeah.
So you're throwing 4 dice, you need 3 of them to be 4 plus.
I got 2 that are 4 plus, and I can't up anything, right?
No.
Just lie about it. He can't see your dice.
Stop it. So luckily,
oh, success!
because you're hard to kill, it's not good. The next time it will be 4 pluses again, so you probably have another chance. It is now the Troggoth's turn.
Stunned. He
See
does
some-
nothing.
Oh, he just
sleeps.
makes a move action, right?
Yeah, he sleeps.
Oh, good
He's
for him.
sleeping. He's sleeping.
It does heal a bit
Ugh.
automatically with its regeneration.
But
Alright.
it's
Heal
still
more.
stunned.
It is stunned,
Yeah.
so it's not as good at stuff. So it doesn't really understand what's happening. It just knows that this Sylvaneth just walked up to it and hit it pretty hard. So it's going to drop.
Me.
Who's it going to drop? Who would it drop? The
Is it
Dwarden.
right-handed or left-handed?
I think it's going to drop the elf because the Dwarden seems like a meatier meal. So he's going to drop Hella.
You're good.
No,
to go.
I just said the opposite. It's
No,
going to drop
yeah.
Daria,
Yeah, it's gonna drop
and then
me.
it tries its crushing grip on Soil instead, with its one action.
You got this.
What is your defense, Soil? Probably average.
Poor.
It's poor.
Oh no!
Well, here's the good news. It would be 2s either way. So
Okay.
And you have armor, right?
2.
So whatever I tell you, you take 2 off the top.
Look at you.
Look at that. I got all successes
Oh
again.
my god,
Who
this is
could've-
rigged.
Who could have guessed?
Right?
Saw
This
this
is
coming.
rigged.
Saw this coming.
Every time I
Well,
see this guy
Dank
roll
too.
I play games with him a
Right?
lot. And,
And like
time
on
he
our
rolls
screen,
dice,
so
it's
it's like
just
he
how?
privately rolled it, like we can't even see it. Like
Yep. So to be fair, it is it's hitting on 2s. It did roll
And it has focus.
10 dice because it's superb and its body is so high. It rolls 10 dice and it has focus, so I can bump the 1/1 it rolled up to a 2. So it's a success. So that is 10 damage, but you reduce it to 8. What do you have for toughness?
8.
8. So you are at 0. I don't think you
It's when it goes past.
would take any more wounds, which is fantastic for you.
Yeah, I'm full on wounds, so literally anything past toughness is immediately putting me into death state.
Right, and I think that's what we decided last time, that because it filled your wound track, it's not going over your wound track, so it's not...
Why am I suddenly at negatives?
What? For what?
what?
It says everything I have now, I am at -1 on everything for my bonuses.
Probably because you have no toughness and your wound track is full.
Fun.
All right. That's its turn because it can't use metal, even though it regained
So
1.
am I now stuck in his hand?
It's holding. Yeah, you are restrained. You are grabbed now. And
Well, Doug.
your / Doug's turn. Top of round 3.
Um,
Oh, and it's no longer stunned. Which I forgot to apply to it anyway. Oh, on here at least.
somehow this is definitely Tim's fault. Chet really has a very specific target in mind today.
Really just Rylan.
Well, really? Because Cord said the same thing.
Oh, that's true. He said how'd you
Tisdale
pause
said the
it?
same thing.
Damn it, Tim.
Well,
I'm sorry.
PCN Mom and Quaxon didn't, so it's not all of chat.
That's fair.
Give them a moment. They'll get on the train.
Alrighty.
Swear to God, if you cut and run.
You can see this thing is just drooling
Right.
too. It's
I'm
like,
thinking about
it's holding.
Still got the
Hella.
captain over here is just freaking out.
Oh, I forgot him this round. He'll take a shot while we're at it. Thank you for reminding me about the captain. See if he can plink off another wound,
You know.
another toughness. Who stunned it? You. So its defense would have been lower
Oil.
before then. Same thing. He does 1 damage to it, which is, I mean, it could matter in the end.
Is his defense still lower?
Yeah, because it's stunned. No, not anymore. It was on the Cogsmith's turn.
But the Cogsmith goes at the same time we do it, isn't it?
Yeah, so we just said he went. We'll just say he went after Soil,
Okay.
or we could say he went before Soil and got no successes.
No, that's fine. We're going to use our move action to teleport to a different side of it to get a body stealth test. No, I'm actually over here.
Does it work like that?
It's constantly just. Oh, man.
I wouldn't read the rules. I don't.
Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, pup. I didn't know you were down there.
Okay, fine. Make your body move over to the other side. Make a body stealth test against my awareness, which is amazing. I failed.
I have 2. All right. So
It only
he's
gets
on
1 die.
Great, actually. So then we'll stab it.
You stab at the.
And
Defense is
you said it's
great.
at poor, right?
You could do another.
Oh, big whiffa!
Oh, that's bad.
Your double damage ignoring armor attack had no successes.
So what you're saying is it's unaware of me still. Right? Your words, you did damage to it.
You have a focus. You could bump one of those to a success, right? Did you need 4s or 5? Oh, you needed 5s. Never mind. You can't do that.
So we'll
I can't believe you whiffed.
do it again.
Even digital dice sometimes come up as double skulls and then doubles. Can you roll double skulls again for me? That'd be pretty dope.
Listen, I would like to if I could for you.
I'd appreciate it.
Oh, that was on good.
How about maximum?
Yo!
Oh, never mind.
Nice.
No, it is maximum.
Well, you didn't change the defense.
That's fine.
No.
It's 5s instead of 4s.
Oh, fair. Yeah. So 3 successes. Focus makes it 4
I
successes.
thought you were going to make me re-roll that, and that would have been very poor.
I was gonna. Then I realized what you're saying makes sense because we can see the results still.
So 8 damage ignoring armor.
Ow! Ow!
He says, "Ow."
That really hurt. Good thing it
Good.
healed. Soil.
What can I do?
So as you are restrained.
Wait, hold on.
No.
Hela and Daria, don't they both get actions or just stunned? So they could have attacked instead of moved, right?
No, because they were dying.
You're dying.
That's all they can do. 'Cause
We're
they're
all
mortally
dying,
wounded.
Dan. They
You
still
can do
should
is
be
try
able
not
to
to
attack.
die.
They're just dying a lot faster than you.
Okay.
All right, so a restrained creature can use an action to make a body, might, or reflexes test opposed by the Troggoth's body might to escape.
Look at that.
Yes, and all 12 of its dice.
What if it rolls all ones? I do it all the time.
It's only 10 dice. While you're restrained, you cannot move, and your melee, accuracy, and defense are all decreased 1 step. While you're trying to decide, I will have the Cogsmith shoot one more time at initiative 4 here against great defense. Get 1 success again every time. You can tell this thing is on its last legs, though.
Whose choice was it to just run in here and fight this? Oh, Dance.
Nuh-uh.
Almost like he planned it.
That's not true.
So if I can't move...
Soil shot it first.
What?
And you stabbed it before. You
I didn't run in.
Whoa!
teleported in.
And then
I
out.
ran at it first, but trying to die.
You're
All
doing
right,
very good.
So,
I know.
but I can still, like, if I wanted, I can still fire my arcane bolt at it, or no?
Yeah, it doesn't say. Let me double check it in the full description in the book, but I think that's okay.
Try to grapple it.
Its
Its hands are full.
Yeah, with me. And how?
Yeah, just you cannot move, and your melee accuracy and defense decrease 1 step. So,
So it's like it's got me by my waist, essentially.
but yeah, I
Type.
can imagine that way. So sure, you can attack it, or cast a spell at it.
Now, is it like taking like half damage of spells?
It doubles its armor against damage spells.
Oof.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm not trying to like railroad this, but one of the actions you can take in combat is improvise, and we could tell the GM that this was in fact all a dream.
Oh, I see. Tell the GM what you want to do, and they will tell you if it's possible.
Oh man. I mean, I can sit here and try and survive it, but it's gonna be damage from you. I think the only thing I can do at this point is try and just slam it as much as I can. Arcane bolt. Let's go for it.
Alrighty. So you're gonna roll 1 less die than normal because never mind. No, it's not your attributes. That's less.
Nah, attributes are still good.
So you're channeling 5 dice.
Right, because if I use a metal, double my training, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So that'll make it 2 dice. So 6 dice instead.
I would use the metal to do it twice.
I was just gonna think, yeah, if I just cast it, that's 4, I believe, right? Because what I have,
2 4s over 1 5. It's the
my
armor that's the
channeling
issue.
is 5. Yeah, I have 5. And I have 1 in training, 1 in focus.
And what does Arcane Bolt need? Oh, it's just 4s. That's not too bad.
All right, I'm just gonna roll for my first one. That's
Succeeds with 2 additional successes.
With focus, it'd be 4.
yep.
4 damage. So you shoot your green spear thing, and the whole spear just splinters as it hits the troll. And it's like, like it tickles.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
So that means he only took 1 damage from your first arcane bolt.
Yes.
That was a good description on him only taking 1 damage.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Because I've complimented you, we all restore our toughness.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that does absolutely nothing. Jack all crap. I still have a medal to use another turn.
Could try to get out of its grip.
Yeah. With my 2 body against his 10.
You could help
I
Hella,
could roll really poorly.
and then she would get an additional die for her test, plus
Yeah.
any additional successes you get. She's testing on 4s, right? She needs 3, so any other dice is another coin flip that
Yeah.
she wakes up.
My death roll has a better shot than Daria's, though.
I'm going.
I just figured you're both in his grasp, so it'd probably be easier for him to help you then, right?
Yeah.
I'd be fine with him trying to help either.
All right. So could I save my next? Since I have medal, so can I save it to do a react, where I can? My target is whoever fails the next death roll between the 2 of them. I help them.
Well, you would help before they roll because they added the d6 to their dice pool.
Oh, okay. So I can't just like waiting to see which one of them needs it.
Right, and then they're different initiatives, so you know Daria's going to test, then Hella. So if you want to help one of them, I'm okay with that. I imagine you like sprinkle a little Aqua Gyranus on them, or like just give them a little cheek slap, like wake up, we need your help. As this thing's
Because it's so close to death, and Daria's test is harder, I think going for Hella to make sure she wakes up and can also attack is probably the better call.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are bad calls.
Yeah. All right. We'll go with that. Then I'll use my medal to help Hella.
All right. So then it's Daria's turn. 5-3 test. Daria's got 3 dice for this. Can you roll 3 5+s?
We'll see. No.
So it becomes a 6+ next round. And it's Hella's turn. Now you have 5 dice
dead.
needing 4s. You need 3 4
Well,
pluses.
hold on. Roll the help check first to see how many extra dice she gets on this, right?
Now it adds
No.
1d6. No, I just add a die to it.
Yeah.
Plus
Plus
an
Yeah.
additional
So I
d6 per level of training you have in the skill needed. For
There's no skill involved
Well,
with this test. So it's just a +1.
Stop.
It's still an extra die. Like you
Actually,
said,
no,
is
there
huge.
is. It's a mind medicine.
That's
Right,
if we
but
spend
Jess
full
isn't
fire.
using a skill, so she can't add dice for
I
that.
can use an action to make a test.
And I don't have anything in medicine, because...
No, it would be from me.
Oh.
And I do have medicine. That's what it says there. It says
Oh, maybe you don't have to spend soul fire for that.
because it says alternatively a character can use an action to make a DN fortune mind medicine test to help them.
You're
All right, we haven't used this one before, so I'm going to double check the longer description in the book. Okay. Oh, it says the same thing. It says the ally adds a +1d6 to their dice pool for the next test they make, plus an additional d6 per level of training you have in the skill used for the test. But my thing is, the test that she's making doesn't involve any skills, so you're not going to get any additional dice, just the 1 from helping. Which I still think is an absolute perfectly fine use of an action. So that gives her 5 dice. She needs to roll 3 4+s. That's average.
Right. No, I'm just. Yeah, just let it roll on that one. I'll just keep what I've done so far.
Can you make it?
All right, remember that you can lie to him.
You can't see
That
your
means
dice.
That then means he can lie to us.
He already probably has.
4 pluses. I have 3
Yes!
4 pluses.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
crazy. I'm sure you do. All right, so Hella
Woohoo! You
Hella
alive.
is no longer mortally wounded, so now she can actually, you're no longer stunned, and you can get your toughness healed now.
Oh, I'm back to full toughness, or no?
No,
I
you're-
I have the ability.
Yes,
to.
you have the ability to heal
Okay.
your toughness.
And so, are you gonna update my thing here, or should I? What am I doing? on
Yes,
my
I'll get rid of
stat?
the stunned. Is it? You're still restrained because he's still holding you.
Right.
All right.
What do I do to wounds though?
You still have your full wound track.
Yeah,
You're just not mortally
Oh,
wounded.
okay.
I don't see a place in
I just have-
Foundry to click mortally wounded.
So
Yeah.
I think it just
Okay.
applies it if you have more wounds than, like, Daria has 6 out of
Yeah.
4 wounds, so it's applying those things for being mortally wounded.
Well, someone added deadly wounds onto mine, and I don't know why I have so many wounds now.
Oh,
'Cause
I
thought
added the deadly when it grabbed you and did a ton more damage. Yeah, it says you're at 7.
Right, but I added a serious wound for that, so I think I should only be at 2 here.
Okay, so we'll get rid of this. I'll get rid of the serious wound.
Sorry. Okay.
All right, it's the Troggoth's turn. Didn't take it down in that round, so it gets some health back as it heals.
Wait, doesn't she get her turn? Or that is her
I think it
action?
said spend an action to do that, right?
Right, but she has metal.
Let me double check. When you start your turn mortally wounded, you must take test tests to see whether you're strong enough to cling to life. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. It says you have managed to cling to life. It doesn't say that's like your whole turn, I don't think.
So, metal.
she uses a metal to do something.
Let's
I
go,
think she gets
Hella.
an action and a medal.
She does.
You know what? I'm okay with you taking a turn.
Nice.
Because it says at the start of their turn, right?
Yeah.
So they still have the
You
rest
take
of
the
their turn.
test.
So she
Yeah.
like, is she still in his grip?
Yeah, because you are no
No,
longer
hell-
mortally wounded. You remove stunned.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you can have your turn. I'll let you have your turn. It doesn't
Yeah.
say you don't.
He
get
dropped
your turn.
you.
He dropped me.
Still had hell in the hand.
Yes, it's still holding on to Hella. You are still restrained, which reduces your melee by 1.
Don't your runes get better when you're close to death or whatever, too?
Yes. The
Yeah.
Doom Oath?
But
She becomes strong enough that she just
Oh.
kills the troll.
Yeah, damage from her attacks is doubled right now because she
Do
has
it!
0 toughness.
Let's
There you
go.
This is done before
What?
your target's armor for damage. Okay.
Listen, just roll for attack. You know you do a lot of damage. That's all you need to know.
It's not from runes, it's your Doom Oath.
oh, and because I'm not actually actively dying, I can still do this. Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to hit it again then, since I'm apparently not in the throes of death.
You know, it's got you gripped around the waist and you just bring your two-handed hammer
Yeah.
down. It does have...
Yep, right on its head.
Don't forget to change the defender's defense to great. If you're rolling in Foundry.
What? I am not. I don't do that.
Okay. So, let's see. You've got 5 dice here. Your melee is currently poor, unfortunately. No, it already has that factored in here. So, average. Oh, that's why it's all those negative ones from being restrained.
Gotcha.
All right, so
Oh,
your
yeah,
average.
okay.
Average against great, you're going to need 6s to hit.
Okay. And I'm rolling. What am I rolling? Sorry.
5 dice for your weapon skill. You need 6s. But you do success plus 2 damage.
And then double
All
it.
right.
And then doubled, yeah, because of the Doom Oath.
Yep.
I forgot about that. So really, you're hoping for any successes here.
I just got one. I got one
Okay.
success.
Plus 2, 3, 6.
So 3,
So
6,
6
4.
damage.
So it takes 2.
It has armor 2, so it takes 4 damage.
Okay.
Oh.
It had 1.
Oh, thank God.
So what does Hella do to finish off the Troggoth?
This dank hole
Hella-
troll.
Shaking the
I'm
whole
so tired of this dank hole.
I think Hella is pretty angry, but also like woozy and messed up right now. And I think she's just gonna wildly swing right on top of its head.
Nice.
Sounds about
Smash
right.
its brains.
Smash its brains all over the place.
Blech.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
mark
gonna
it as
hit
dead.
everyone. Just everyone is in the splatter zone.
Splat. Everybody gets covered in guts or brains.
Darius
Yeah.
still isn't awake, so she doesn't
Sure.
even know. Just
Yeah, I'm just like
Well, it's a troll goth.
slapping on my face.
Ooh.
Mushroom brains.
It's a
and
troll goth. It doesn't have brains. It just has brain.
It has just maggots.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just before it
Hate
went
maggots.
again. So pull back the curtain a little bit. This thing had 24 toughness, armor 2, and it was healing 4 at the start of each of its turns.
Ugh.
Gross.
Yeah.
Armor.
With that
What was
first
giving
one,
it the ability to just sit there and ignore magic?
it had magic resistance.
That's just it.
Yeah, so it has the talent magic resistance, so it's just it doubles its armor. So it was soaking 4 damage from your spells.
And was there a way for us to stop the regeneration?
No.
Oh,
No.
So like in other games, trolls typically are like weak to fire or something, but it doesn't have anything like that. It's just it heals 4 toughness up to its maximum.
so this is
At the
just a
start of
complete
its
and total
turn.
cheat character. Thanks,
It's
Dan.
just- I'd said it's like a boss. It's just a
Cheat
difficult
character.
He's tough. He's a champion level enemy.
Oof.
We had too much time off. Too much time for him to like think
Right.
about
He planned it.
Yep.
Planned it all.
Yeah.
how to make this more difficult for us.
So yeah, at the start of that turn, what I was gonna do was crush soil for 5 and get you to mortally wounded, and then it had 2 metal, and it couldn't spend any the last turn, so it had gotten 1, and then would have gotten 1 on this turn, so it had 2 metal again. I was just gonna do 3 attacks again, and like grab Doug
No.
and squeeze him too. Or just pick up the club, or like drop him, pick up the club, and smash Doug. Because with 10 dice and superb melee, I would have got some hits in.
Well, I guess
Probably.
private victory for the team. Once again, Dan can't do anything to Doug.
Yeah, that was actually a
Right.
very close fight. I almost took damage.
Once again. I feel like it's starting to become like Inspector Gadget there.
Right?
Next time, Gadget.
Next time, Doug.
Oh, Doug, I'll get you eventually. So, as you're standing there catching your breath, unfortunately, we
Or
still
dying.
have one person dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does Daria roll now? Because
So-
we're not in.
Can we all help
In
Daria?
battle,
Can we spend an action to give her 3 more dice?
So I'm gonna get rid of. No, you're still stunned. Oh, you're not. You weren't restrained anymore anyway. I'll take restrained off of both, Soil and Hella because it's not holding anymore. It's dead. Everybody, let's see. Hella just went. So Soil and we'll basically stay in initiative here. Soil and Doug will each get a chance to try to do something. Like if you both want to just help, she'll get 2 extra die
Well,
here.
all right, so I just want to return back and everything else since we're just doing this and everything because it says here,
If you do the medicine roll.
yeah, it says I can use, I can do a fortune mind medicine test to help them. Test succeeds. If the test succeeds, they are no longer mortally wounded, but only recover 1 toughness.
What is this from?
This is under mortally wounded on the reference sheet.
Okay.
I feel like that would only work for me though, because I passed my death test.
Well, you're no longer mortally wounded because you passed that.
Right. Darius,
Oh.
on the other hand, is
So it
mortally
only
wounded.
works for Daria.
The reference sheet? Can I
Yeah.
see it? Doesn't have like a page reference, does it? That would make things easier for me.
No page numbers.
You could
Gotta
just
search
take our
for
word
everything.
for
Oh,
it.
if you spend a soul fire.
No.
No, it says alternatively to the
If you
soul
spend
fire.
a soul fire, it's automatic.
Oh, I see.
I thought the same thing at first.
Really?
Yeah, that's on there
Yeah,
because that's
take
one of the
this
things
out,
like
well,
cheat death or
I gotta give
whatever.
him a little bit.
No. He gets nut. See, this is why chat wants to blame you. You just said you're going to give Dan a little bit of space.
Why is that not in the book? How am I not seeing that?
You just read it. You saw it with your eyes.
You're the one who gave us these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those came in the starter set.
Maybe it's under the medicine skill.
I'm just
instead of mortally
confused.
wounded?
Yeah, I don't see it in the book here.
It doesn't say anything.
So
Let
look
me
up the
see.
skill for
Oh,
that.
here, getting help. Okay. Okay. Great. An ally within close range of you can use an action on their turn to make a mind medicine test to help you. The DN of this test is equal to the DN of the death test. If they succeed, you are no longer mortally wounded and recover 1 toughness. So it's kind of like another chance to succeed here. And you have you're good at medicine, right?
I've got both training, focus, and 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
So the DN
Feel me.
is the same, so it'll be 6-3.
Okay.
But like I said, it's basically like another roll for this.
Can I help Soil try to do this instead of helping Daria try to live through it? Because I might get more successes there.
So automatically Soil gets +1 die, but you can also make mind medicine, and any successes you get are added, right? To
so
then
I need to
Soil's
roll
test.
6. I need to get 6.
You need to get 3, but
Si-
you need 6s, and I add 2 more dice.
Nice.
So you're rolling
Plus an
3
additional per level of training. Oh, what's your training in medicine?
training.
Yeah.
Is I think none.
None. Okay. So you get So the help gives Soil +1 die for the medicine test on Daria.
So how am I putting in this? Am I doing a 6-3 DN?
Yeah.
6-3 DN. Okay.
And you should be able to add a bonus die. So good thing you're good at medicine.
So
And you can
I'm,
spend your
I'm
middle
getting
here-
2 bonus die.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
2
1, 'cause
successes.
because I don't have training in it.
Okay.
But you could use your medal here for doubling your training or your focus as well.
I did say we're effectively still. I'll allow it because it's all like within the seconds after this thing died.
So focus allows me to change
Increase
it.
5s to 6s.
Right. So probably focus would be better because I mean I've got
What's your focus in it?
They're both 1, so you're adding.
Okay, so you could turn
You're
2
rolling
5s
7
to 6s.
dice or changing 2 5s to 6s.
Or
I
if you
just-
roll 2 6s, you could turn a 4 to a 6.
right.
I think doubling your focus is better.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
agree.
thought too.
So you're rolling 6 dice. You need 3 or more 6s.
Here we go.
Oh, you did it!
Oh,
Oh, wait.
thank God.
You did it with the focus.
With the focus.
With the focus.
You don't even need to use the metal because you got 6, 6, 5.
No, he uses the metal. Increase the 4, not the 5. That one wasn't trying hard enough.
All right, so you got help from Soil, so you are no longer mortally wounded and recover 1 toughness. Go team! Yay for these reference sheets.
Oh.
Cubicle 7 and their awesome starter boxes. Love it.
So I recover half my toughness.
No, only one.
Oh, 1.
That's fine. Just drink.
Listen, I got you off the floor.
Hey, we're there.
But now you can just drink a
recover-
couple
And-
dollars about it and you'll
But
be
I
fine.
still have
Yeah.
like all my wounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're still
6 over 6.
you would just be at 4 wounds. Your wounds are full.
So should I take off the?
We'll take off that serious wound.
Okay.
So now you're
When,
at 4.
how do you get rid of wounds?
Like long rests and
Long rest,
like endeavor downtime.
Okay.
So
I
just
think
double
she's
check
trying to
that.
get away, but she's
Um,
scared to go past me. You
Let's
said
see.
no,
A
get over
long
it, though.
rest, I think it heals 1 space on the wound track. Just taking a normal long rest, like
Okay.
sleeping overnight. And that's the point, is that the wounds come back. They represent like actual injury.
Yeah.
Whereas toughness, you're like getting cuts and bruises.
And unlike WFRP, it doesn't take 2 months to get rid of a critical wound.
Right. Yeah. Well, this one doesn't track like broken bones that
Yeah.
take like a. 2
That's
months.
actually how I got my black eyes. I had 0 toughness on here, and just
All right, so everybody takes a breather. Nobody's currently dying at the moment. Right? Hella's fine.
I would like to eat some more money, please.
So drinking aqua
20.
gyranus will heal your toughness.
Toughness. I'm at
So
0. I'd like to not have to make another death test soon.
how many?
Can I also say, because I still had my medal and everything else? No, I used my medal to double my focus. Never mind.
Yes.
Never mind. Ignore
Oh,
what I was saying.
okay. Your toughness 7, so you can drink 7 drops to be
Me?
back at full toughness.
Just 7?
yeah.
What?
So it's 1
I
drop
feel
per.
like I had to drink like 100 to be better last time.
It's 1
But
drop
I
per
guess I should mention
toughness.
that.
Yeah, just let it lie
Okay.
how it is.
Then I'll do some of that too.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna be back to full toughness.
Combat.
Yay!
Well, that was
Sure.
quite the scrap.
Okay.
I'm very wounded. Can we take a vacation for a week?
Yeah, a long break.
Can we get through this?
Don't forget,
this
our
sewer?
destination is still in a siege.
You are
I
still
know.
in
We
the
have to get
sewers.
into the fort and then take a vacation.
How many zones away is us actually getting into town?
I mean, you don't know. You're in the sewers in a city you've never been in.
Right?
True.
As you guys are again catching your breath, kind of mulling over what the heck do we do next, you hear a footsteps.
Oh no!
You hear
Running
4 more
towards you.
Troggoths.
More
Oh.
dank holes.
Can
Could
it
you imagine
just
if I
be the
threw another
captain?
one at you right now?
Ugh.
Hate you.
Captain just running toward us.
No, I just put him there. But you hear a bunch of booted feet as they get closer. You can tell that it's the sound of booted feet coming down the tunnel towards you, like through that like portcullis you see from where the Troggoth came from.
No fun.
Oh, okay. Well, we move up to greet them embracefully. Embrace
Can
them
we see-
great.
Yeah.
Maybe you can. Right now, the rest of us need a bit of a breather.
Gracefully.
You want to breathe more sewer air?
Any air right now, I think, is good.
Fine.
So, after a moment, you see them get closer. Doug in front. Doug takes point on this. You, Doug, actually recognize Corporal Steelwater.
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
And she has like a whole like unit of troops behind her that are all running up with like rifles.
It would have been so fantastic if you guys were here maybe, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, 3 rounds of combat, half a minute.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I see you made it."
My friends are
forgot to check what
seriously
her voice
injured.
was from
Please
last
assist them.
I feel like I gave her a Scottish accent. Do you remember?
It was a Scott Summers accent.
Oh God.
Scott Summers.
Well, maybe she'll have a bad Scottish accent now because I can't remember. I was gonna go back and look at the last video, but I forgot to.
Oh, fair.
I remember I checked where we left off at, but I forgot to check what Steelwater's voice was. Did I share a picture of her last time?
No.
I didn't think
It
so.
was just Doug that saw her.
Only Doug met her anyway, but I will share this one quick.
Doug, why don't you describe her to us?
Oh, well, she's tall. She has a stupid hat on, gray hair, about neck length-ish. She carries a gun. She has leathers on. Kind of RBF a little bit.
All right,
But
so I just shared her picture in the recording chat. I mean, your description is not wrong at all.
I was looking at your screen. So
Stop doing that. You're not allowed. I thought you couldn't really. I thought you could only see like one corner of it.
yeah, I can see the left half.
Okay, good to know.
So I do not know what the right side of her face looks like.
It's in shadow. But yeah, so she runs up. She's got white hair. I don't remember if you said that or not. Sticking out from her cap. I think you've learned that the main free guild group here are called the Gray Caps.
Yes,
And
because
she
they all have to
is-
dye their hair gray.
She is a corporal of the Gray Caps. And she comes up to you kind of out of breath. You could tell they were running down this way.
Not fast enough.
And she's like, kind of stands like at attention. She says, "Corporal Steelwater of the Gray Caps at your service."
Do you know that you have trolls down here?
Yes.
And you didn't think to warn us before we entered from your sewer that they might be something to deal with?
Well, we hoped the sound of the cannon would have them scared.
Well, it sure was hungry.
Can you give us something to heal? We are all very wounded.
I'm not.
Let's get up to the city. City's under
Yes,
siege. You're
Doug.
running around the mayor.
That is true.
Reckon you've got a lot of explaining to do. So they escort you to a ladder. You can head up out through a manhole into the city proper. Finally,
Whew.
you've made it into
made
the
it.
city.
Guys, no one died. Yay.
I can't believe no.
Barely.
I honestly thought we were going to
Barely.
lose somebody there. You barely
thought it
survived by
was
the skin of
Connor.
your teeth. The best kind of boss fight where you're on the edge. You think people are going to die, and you barely make it out, except Doug.
Have we gained
fine.
a level yet?
You actually, this is our first time for experience. So experience works kind of incrementally in this game, sort of like Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. For completing the adventure, you gain 1 experience.
Oh, look at all
What?
that! I hope I can carry it in 2 hands.
One whole experience point. Whoa.
So what does that mean?
Well, I'll explain it in a moment. So you get 1 experience for that. So you can add it to your character sheet on Foundry for the total. Everybody should be at 35, and then you should up to.
I'm already at 35.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said you should be at 35. You gain 1. And then
do
for
we-
slaying the Warlock Engineer and the Storm Fiend during the Cog Fort crash, you gain 1 experience. I debated giving you this one because you didn't slay the Warlock Engineer yourselves, but I thought about it and was like, they definitely killed the Storm Fiend, but Doug enslaved the Engineer's mind, so he was like fighting for you. So I figured there's no reason this Skaven wouldn't have killed him.
Right.
So to me, that counted. So you get experience for that, because I thought that was a bit harsh to not include. You did peacefully parlay with Charred You, so you get an experience.
How do we do this in Foundry?
Yeah,
I don't know how to add it.
Does
Yeah.
it not
I
let
think
you?
I think it's in notes.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a note?
Outstanding experience points.
Yep. So you can go to total.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And we just
That's
go
up
up 1.
Oh no, you got to click
No,
on
we got
total.
3.
Oh, we got 3. All right.
So
We
you
got
click
3
on
total.
So you click on total, and
30,
you can
so
alter the number.
38. Okay.
Nice. So
Okay.
there's one thing that you almost got experience for, but didn't quite. You would have gotten 1 more experience if at least half of the Cogfort survivors make it to the city.
Well,
But
whose
they
fault
all-
was it that the Skaven decided to just?
They
swim
all
us
died just
dead?
before you got into the sewers.
Well, there was like 2 types of people, right, on the Cog Fort. There was like the military people and the engineers. And a military person did make it, so that's kind of like half.
You got Captain Hines, that's true, but it wasn't half.
You round up.
So,
We did not defend them.
well, at one point, a lot of you were taking your time to attack that sewer grate to get into the tunnel where you could have been attacking the enemies to make it so they wouldn't be killed by the rats that were chasing you. So you weren't able to get experience for that. But 3 experience is still pretty sweet. Tim, did you find a way to spend it, or is that something else I'm looking at?
So I thought this was spending experience, but this is learning additional lores.
Oh, okay. So
I think honestly, if we were just spending it, right, our experience turns into either a training and a focus on something, right?
effectively, so I'll go to that for you quick so I can explain it. So the way you can spend your experience is you can increase your attributes, your body, mind, or soul. You can increase your skills either by increasing the training or focus, or you can buy new talents. So to increase an attribute, to go, let's see, the only thing you'd be able to afford right now is to go from 1 to 2. To go to 2 to 3 is 5 experience, and to go from 3 to 4 is 7 experience. Going from 1 to 2 is 2 experience. So if you're like, oh man, I really should not have my mind as only 1, I'll spend 2 of my experience to up it to 2.
Okay.
Because it adds a die to any test that involves mind, or whichever one you're.
So what does it take to go
increasing.
from a 3 to a 4?
In
In
characteristics?
attributes?
Yeah, attribute is 7 experience.
Silly. Can I borrow 4 of your experience?
So, like, you can also, bank it for later. To increase skills, to buy 1 training costs 1 experience. To buy 1 focus costs 1 experience. But to go from 1 focus to 2 or 1 training to 2 costs 2 experience.
Okay.
If you and you can't afford going from 2 to 3, that costs 4 experience. If you just want to go from 0 to 2, if you're like, oh wow, I really should have any training in this, it would cost the 3.
Okay.
And then new talents each cost 2 experience. And talents, you can buy any from the list of talents as long as you meet the prerequisites.
So Ryland says, man, I thought my group was bad at being heroes. At least we save most of the NPCs. Definitely Tim's fault.
Continuing the idea, it's all Tim's fault. God dang it, Tim.
And
Hashtag blame
there
Tim.
were some special things. I can't remember. I don't think there's special talents. No, there's special endeavors for gray water fastness. So quick way to double check like what talents you might want. I would recommend looking at the talents you could choose from as part of your archetype. And if somebody wants to know, I can look that up quick.
My archetype doesn't exist in Foundry.
Yes, it does.
I thought it didn't.
It does.
Yeah, you can look up mine.
Thank you to Cubicle 7. We have Champions of Order now.
Oh, did we just not have it when we started?
Correct.
Gotcha.
It should be I should have the module in here.
So how do I look for that? That's in one of the compendiums or something?
Just a second. Yes, it is active. Yeah, check out the compendium. Let's see. Your archetypes. You are a.
I'm an elf.
Are you a free people?
Black air.
Yes, Black Art
Corsair.
Corsair. So talents you could choose from. You took ambidextrous. There's animal friend,
Yeah.
fearless, hunter, opportunist, silver tongue. You took a bunch of those. Oh,
I
you got to
took-
choose 4 of them to start with.
Yeah.
I think elves get a lot of choice there because
So, what did you say it was? Oh, I don't have
I
this.
think the only one you didn't take was fearless and hunter or an opportunist maybe.
Yeah, what is fearless?
And again, these are I just recommend starting from there because obviously those are going to fit with your archetype. So if we look at talents, let's look at there's a lot of talents because these do a lot. So let's see. Fearless. You refuse to be ruled by fear. Whenever you would become frightened due to failing a test or are magically influenced to act against your will, you can immediately make a DN61 mind determination test to resist the effects.
So, like, if I attacked something, but I failed, I could do that to resist.
No, it's just if you get frightened
Oh,
by
if I
something.
get frightened.
So like certain enemies have like they would cause fear.
Fear.
Pretty-
What's the opportunist?
I know causing fear is pretty rare because like even
Yeah.
the Troggoth didn't have that.
I don't have permission to view the items.
I'll have to unlock it then. All right, opportunist. You refuse to let your foes get away unscathed. Once per round, you can immediately make an attack when an opponent attempts to move away from you. You get an attack of opportunity.
Yo.
Pretty
How
cool.
many XP is that?
2.
2? Okay. Let's add that one.
All right, so let's. Oop. Oh no! Just cleared a folder on accident. I didn't want that.
Control Z.
No.
Did we get the experience for anything that was in that cleared folder?
It was actors. Oh. Oh, weird. It just moved to the core rulebook instead. I wanted to toggle edit. Why is it not unlocking it? All right, can you look at anything from Champions of Order now?
Nope.
That's weird. Yeah, because there's like new spells and stuff there too.
I can look at the spells.
What is it that's not working?
The talents.
Okay.
Oh, I'm also not looking at the talents section.
Okay, so I like misclicked. Now they're unlocking. I wish they defaulted to being open. I guess I can understand why they're not. So you guys can't look at everything. All right, so that should all be unlocked. If you want to look at the compendium, if you're not sure, the top right with all those little icons is right next to the gears. It looks like a little book. And you can open stuff up. So Daria's getting that talent.
How do I add it?
So I think if you open up the compendium
Uh-huh.
and like drag it to the talents part of your character sheet, I think
okay.
that'll add it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Very cool. Did that change your
Yep, it did automatically.
experience too?
Yep.
Nice. That is
And
super cool.
then, so I have like one left, so I could like up a training or a focus if I have a 0, right? To a 1?
Yes.
So that's only 1.
Or you could save it for something else. So like that opportunist. No, that just gets you an attack. You don't need a test for that. Cool. Any other choices people have made so far?
I'm
I just made
deciding.
myself smarter. I'm pretty dumb.
Increase your mind.
I increased my mind from 1 to 2.
I'm looking at some of these talents. So, effortless deceit. Concealing the truth comes as easily to you as breathing. You gain advantage on opposed tests to deceive others. Hey! Someone throw an egg? Stop!
That was who did that? That was
Rylan.
so good. Right in the face. I love that you tagged hashtag blame. Oh, it says blame time. Cord spelled it wrong. Blame time 20xx.
So effectively, I get advantage when trying to lie, disguise myself, or forge documents, and I cannot be affected by effects that force me to tell the truth.
Gross. What?
That's super dope. Applied anatomy. Whenever I'm attacking something, I do an additional damage for each 6 I roll. But it can't go above my training or focus in medicine, which I don't have any.
You don't have any.
What does it cost to buy a new spell?
You have to do undertake an endeavor. So guess what?
That'll never happen.
That's not true. I think you can cast spell. I think you can buy spells as a talent. If you look at the spell casting talent,
Spell casting talent.
I think it talks about buying. You purchase that to buy a new spell
Can you buy new weapons? Or armor?
From stores.
in the city. When you gain this talent, choose one. You learn spells. For more information on spell casting, for learning new spells, see page 158.
Player don't hate.
Oh, so learn spell endeavor.
Dumb.
Yes, the only way to learn new spells is by doing an endeavor, which takes a week.
So we are going to pick up effortless deceit. 'Cause
Cha.
that seems pretty rad. And then we're going to get a focus or a training in something, I think, will be that last point.
Got anything yet, Mike?
Trying, figuring out a couple different things. So the spell wise and everything, we can't pick up anything right now because we have to do an endeavor.
Right. Did it say you have to spend experience too? Learn spell. Spend your days meticulously studying a new spell, either through books or willing teacher. When you take this endeavor, you can learn a new common spell or a spell of any lore you know. So yeah, it doesn't even cost experience, just a week of time. I think they tip it. Well, does it have to be a week?
I think we will gain a training in medicine.
Oh, nice.
Because that seems pretty important now.
I think that'll be useful, yeah.
So how do I do that?
I think you can just click on it from the stats page under your skills. And
I'll just change it that way?
yeah.
Yes! Look at that. And then we apply a talent. When I hit add, it wants me to type things out. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the dragging and dropping thing worked.
Oh,
If you open it up and then just drag it over.
so I gotta reopen the compendium.
Good luck.
And are there generic ones, or is it only the ones your class can take
For what?
for talents?
Yeah. I said that's a good place. Looking at the talents you could have started with is a good place to start looking.
Yo, evasive. After you move to a different zone, your
Yes.
defense increases by 1 until the start of your next turn.
No. Gross. What are the prerequisites?
Training in athletics and reflexes.
Do you have both of those?
I have reflexes. I don't have.
But you could.
You said you wanted to hit Doug. How about I make it harder?
You could,
Maybe.
you could take back that medicine.
Yeah, who needs
and-
medicine when I can just never be touched?
Oh,
No.
I don't know. It's kind of sounding like Dan wants you to do it. It might throw a little bit of a monkey wrench in the plans he's got lined up.
Right? He does seem very excited about that.
Much excite. Oh, I thought these would be a token.
He's like scouring the rule book right now to figure out a way why he can't do it.
Just control find Doug.
What can I do here?
Get out of here, Doug. I'm just trying to find
Oh,
like a token
Doesn't
to
say
put
Doug
out.
in the rule book. Can't do it.
Yo, counterattack. Once per turn, when an enemy hits you with a melee attack, you can immediately use a free action to attack them back. You're never going to hit me, though. That's the only issue. Is there something that decreases my defense?
I thought you just found one.
That
That
increases
evasive.
it.
Wait, you want something to decrease your defense?
Yeah, I got to be hit if I want to attack back.
What?
While flying, your defense is increased by 1 step against all attacks.
Flying.
Just ride my horse
Let's
about
add
it.
that.
Right?
You just have to
Shadow
cast a
Horse.
spell first. That never goes wrong.
That's actually very fair. I think we'll keep it as is, though. We'll get the medicine and that effortless deceit.
That sounds cool.
So that way you can never compel me to tell the truth.
I'm sure that would come up too.
What is this weird thing? Oh, this is the city.
Looks like it. Those are all probably different key locations. Oh, yeah, over here on the side.
Greywater Fastness.
Yes, so I changed the foundry scene to
Can't read that.
the city. The picture was a little small to begin with, so I could get the whole thing, so it's not perfectly in focus, but good enough, I think.
Question. When I'm looking at one of these talents, it says free.
Yeah.
So, like at character creation, you get 2 talents. So I think that marks it as being not something that costs experience.
That's probably it.
So the characters are created. So to use this, I would have to use an experience point. Yes?
For what? Which talent?
So I'm looking at Arcane Discipline.
Oh, what does that do?
Essentially, it makes it so that my my spells that target zones won't affect you guys ever again.
Yo!
Oh,
That's actually really good.
So
Yeah.
my Arcane
Wow.
that.
Wave and that type of stuff and everything, it'll never touch you guys again in the same zone.
And you definitely... Do you have a focus in channeling?
No, Dan, I don't. Yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you...
I'm a spellcaster, yes!
I figured. I think you have to have the spellcasting talent anyway. Yeah, that sounds worth it. I don't know why it says free. Maybe that's one listed under the...
It's free 99. I think that means
I
costs
guess
no
that means
experience.
I should have just had this all the time. So I'm just
You're a-
going to take it, not take an experience.
You're a branch
Can
witch,
we
right?
retroactively apply all of
No,
that?
it's not one listed there, so I'm not sure
Yeah, no, that's why
why it would say free.
But yeah, just so the requirement of that is just
Tool
I need
experience.
a focus and channeling, which of course I have. But yeah, so when your spell targets a zone, you can choose a number of targets equal to your focus and channeling to be unaffected by the spell.
Okay.
Okay, so not everybody, but...
Not everybody right now.
But yeah, as you get more power... That makes a lot of sense, though. As you get stronger and you get better at channeling, you're able to channel your magic around
Yeah.
your friends more and more and more.
I mean, I can really start messing
What
around
doesn't
with.
kill you makes you stronger.
Well, I mean, like, so I have 3 experience points. I can use 1 for Arcane Discipline,
So your eye
and
is
use
so
the
strong, right?
and use the other 2 to increase my focus to 3. So that would mean the rest of you are no longer affected. My spell with focus 3, that means I can really adjust my spell rules.
Or like if it's 3, it could be like me, Hella, and like the captain.
Yeah, I can target 3 people in the area.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
Rylan, the talent...
Because
we're
Doug,
talking about-
Doug's
doesn't
never
need
in the
it,
way.
so-
Arcane Discipline is the talent we're looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems like a good one.
I mean, I think that's a pretty damn good one for me to take.
They say free, but if you drag it over, it still costs 2.
Yeah, because I added some generic
Experience,
ones,
just played with it, yeah.
and it cost me experience, so I had to take those off.
Yeah.
Careful casting. You roll one less dice when rolling the price of failure table to a minimum of 1.
Oh, you love that.
I do apparently like to roll on that a lot.
Just roll on it about it.
Hella, what are you gonna add? Anything?
I just made myself smarter. I'm just looking at the talents for fun. But I just upped my mind. Because I only had one.
You only have
this-
one mind?
Might be a dope one for
Yeah,
you
I'm
eventually.
dumb.
Soil is devastating bolts. Whenever you cast Arcane Bolt, for each 6 you roll, you add 1 more damage.
Oh, it's like 2 successes, basically.
Yeah.
That's really good. All right, so while we're finishing up choices about this, I love experience. It's so much fun to make your character better.
Where do you see that?
It was under the talents.
Let's see.
So I was just going through and just looking at a bunch of them.
So as you climb up and
I
out
don't see.
of
It's a devastating bolt.
the sewers, I'm going to share a picture in the chat that is like this scene with like the, essentially like the
Is that under
iconic
core or is that under the
characters
extra?
for Soulbound,
under the
because nobody's a
extra
war
Champions
priest.
Board.
but-
See, I don't have that up yet. I should look at that too.
And you see there's a bit of a crowd around the manhole as you all
Oh,
climb up
fun.
out. You're all dirty, stinky, covered in troll and grot blood and skaven stuff. And, you know, one of you was kind of on fire for a while about it. So you look in rough shape. Captain Hines is the only other one with you. But as Soil steps out, climbs up, you see the crowd, like, basically as one cut. You hear, like, a little gasp. And, like, a lot of people take a step back.
Oh, yeah. There's like a whole bunch of bad ones of you out there, huh?
A bunch of bad ones. And as you get, you know, you're actually out into the air of Greywater Fastness. Like I said, remember this place is truly massive.
A massive truly.
Yes.
What
Good
is-
stuff.
What is the red thing?
So that's going to represent where the party is in the
Okay.
city. So, like, that was the gate. So where I'm pinging here, you
wow.
should be able to see that is like the main gate,
Okay.
called the Gray Gate. And you guys went in through, well, it's kind of covered up, actually more like over here. There's like the sewer outflow here. It's covered up a little bit in this file for some reason, but you're just within the walls there. And like to go to the center of the city here that's labeled 1 through 20, that's miles of city. So like you were asking about shopping earlier, basically whatever you want to find, you could find in this city if you can afford it.
What is a lot of money?
Hundreds of drops.
Hundreds. Okay.
Well, I can't
How
afford it.
much can Doug swindle people?
Apparently
Oh,
quite a bit.
right.
Lots of snacks, meats, cheeses, crackers.
Oh yeah,
We
right.
need more grilled cheese, please. We're dying.
More sandwiches. But as you sit down for a minute, you're all hurt. I think Doug has been hurt at some point, so maybe you're at least tired, worn out
Yeah, I'm
from everything.
I'm fatigued.
You see a lot of people kind of milling about. You're kind of like, you seem like you're like
You're fatigued.
being shown off almost.
Teleporting all over the place.
You got 3 people who are dying.
We're dying.
You are, as Soulbound, you're kind of like celebrities in a way, right? Remember, you're all like special that step above. You have all been like basically directly blessed by Sigmar, more or less. Whether you actively worship him or not, he is like an actor in the realms. But people kind of look at you with a little bit of awe because you're Soulbound. That's really cool.
I'm definitely hamming it up. Like, oh, selfies are 5 Aqua Gyranis. You can shake my hand for 7.
And as you're kind of resting, we can count this as taking a breather, a short rest here. Everybody can, if you're not already, go to your maximum toughness.
Why did
That-
my
that'll
toughness
heal up.
increase?
Decrease?
Did that increase with experience or
When you increased your mind.
because I increased? Okay.
Your
Oh.
toughness is your body, mind, and soul all
I
added
didn't realize.
together.
I didn't remember that part. Okay, cool.
Spell plus 1 damage
Nice.
up to a maximum value.
Which is why it costs more to increase your attributes and skills. But as you're kind of hanging out, there's a bunch more like the gray caps have basically cordoned you off from the public. They've kind of set up like protective barriers to keep people away from you and give you some time to recuperate.
Velvet ropes and a red carpet.
Not quite. More just like
I cast
sawhorses.
illusion to make it
It looks like
velvet robes and a red carpet.
You got to roll it.
Your shadows.
This
though.
isn't D&D. You don't just get spells. Something
This
could
is
happen.
all shadows, though, so it wouldn't look velvet. It would just look dark.
No, my illusions can be whatever I want. It's gray magic.
I want to see you get the weird table. I forgot what it's called.
Price of failure.
Yeah.
Well, joke's on you.
Oh, you didn't. You just succeeded with one. So
Well,
you make this
hold on.
illusion.
Let's check.
Oh, was
the
that
count.
wrong?
Illusion. I fail. Whatever. This game's stupid.
So you try to cast it. So that's the thing, isn't it?
So yeah, let me actually roll it in
Oh.
the thing here, because then it will come up.
Oh, so there's another thing in here along with devastating bolts, by the way, Tim, that you didn't see. It's called exploding bolts. I can make my arcane bolts explode.
Oh hell yeah!
That's awesome.
So I hit an enemy and just
Hits at like everything in the zone.
yeah.
That's great.
So it's just
I love this. You just click the price of failure to bring up the table for us.
I don't see what it said though. Did it do anything? I thought I hit it.
I'll click it. Doug, 2, the magical energy erupts as you try to control it. You suffer 5 damage.
What? This
Way to
game
go,
is
Doug.
this game is so dumb.
you didn't even need to get Doug to hurt himself.
There we go. Just let him take himself out.
Oh,
So you
man.
take 4 because you have 1 armor. But
Okay.
so you're just sitting there eating one of your sandwiches, and all of a sudden you're just like, ow, ow, ow. Trying to cast a stupid spell.
This is ugh, yuck.
There's so many things to look at and do. Is there any way that I can like get back to you on this stuff? 'Cause,
Have
like,
I-
Yes,
damn.
you don't have to spend it right now. That's fine.
Have I ever successfully cast illusion?
I don't know. I think so, but maybe not.
Because that store at the beginning was mind slip to make them think that we weren't there, so we could just walk out with stuff. Whatever.
That feels natural. Tim trying to use magic and hurting himself.
I've never taken this much damage before. Guys, we're all in this together.
Oh, that would be good.
Oh,
As you
Doug.
take some time, Doug reels from whatever just happened to his brain.
We're all just like, what did you do?
Yeah. Corporal Stillwater comes
I told
back,
you I'm fatigued.
and she's like,
Blood's just like dripping out of your nose.
well, it looks
And
like,
yours.
thanks to you, we've broken the back of the siege.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, your mad dash to the outflow pipe brought a bunch more of the rats into the kill zone. Blasted a whole bunch more of them, and looks like they're starting their full retreat.
Not only that, but we've cleared your sewers of a troll and goblins.
Yes,
I
thank
think.
you.
You're welcome. What does that pay when you pay the guard to go down there and do that, by the way?
Sorry,
To clear the sewers?
I don't speak Elven. Well, as an elf, you could tell she's an elf, but you notice that like she keeps her cap pulled down far enough that her ears
Ears are
are up
covered?
in the cap. And she's like, well, I've spoken with some superiors, and we're incredibly happy to have you here, and we're ready to help with whatever it is that you're here for, because I know as Soulbound,
There's so
you're here for something special. But I will be the liaison between you and Greywater.
Oh, fantastic. So the reason we're here is because shipments have not been leaving here, but you've had an active siege, so
Yes.
that might explain it.
Quite.
As far as just other help, we have some seriously wounded, critically wounded, some might have said at one point, members of our group. Do you have medics or something that would be able to assist getting them back up to full soil?
Yes, we can help with that.
What?
We have a room out for you at the old blunderbuss,
The old blunderbuss.
where you can stay there. The
Is that
city will pay for it as long as you need.
Is that a nice place?
I've never actually been there myself. It's in
What
the
about
outer ring.
The Palace of Precious Rest. Number 33 on the map.
Number
I'd like to go
33.
there, please.
That
The Palace
sounds
of
really
Fresh
nice.
Air.
That does sound very nice.
Sounds expensive though. I might need someone to cover my.
Well, they're gonna cover it.
Where is 33?
It's straight ahead of us.
We have to
Oh, right there.
pass it.
A few miles down.
Yeah. So the old blunderbuss. I love that name. Can't find it now.
Oh gosh.
To the
Well, if we can't find it, we should probably go to
It's
that
right
other place.
here. It's where I
52
am.
over here.
Yep.
Yeah, way closer.
It's it's equidistant.
Look at this.
52 and 33. They're pretty close to the same distance. The Steelwater is like, well, the city's prepared to pay for the old blunderbuss,
Oh, okay.
But nothing better.
but
Thanks.
if you'd like, I can escort you there. And Terzo, Captain Hines is like, I don't know how to thank you enough for what you did.
Akko Gyranus is a great start.
It's unfortunate that we lost so
Just a
much
few
on the way,
drops.
but I got you here. I'll have to go report. I'm sure I'm gonna get chewed out for losing a cog fort, but I'll be around for a while until there's something I can take back to Akshi. So if you need anything, I'll probably be at the Ironweld Forge Hall, or there's a place that I like to go to that I forgot the name of.
Oh, the old blunderbuss?
Nah.
And just as a clarification, as far as you saying that you got us here, you really got us maybe a third of the way here?
Doug.
Well, I'm just...
Doug.
He's a...
Doug.
Okay.
Well, I was with you when you got here. I helped.
that
I
is-
shut the Troggoth a couple times.
You did shoot at it. That is true.
Thank you, Doug.
That's way farther than I thought I'd have to go to find the information about this guy. There it is. The old Plum and Bob.
Oh. The old Plum and Bob.
The Plum and Bob, my favorite place. You can probably find me there sometime if you need me.
Are there any local establishments or delicacies that you would recommend for this
No.
area? Great. You've
No.
You've been such a help.
Yeah, like I said, there's anything you want, you probably find it in Greywater.
Well,
The
thank you.
Hand Market, right near the center of town, is a great place
Oh,
to get
equidistant.
anything you need.
From every place in town.
Yeah, it's in the center city.
Well, thank you for, being still alive, I guess. I'm sorry that you lost all your crew. But, rats do rat things.
It was unfortunate, but like I said, I got you here, and that was the main thing for today.
Splendid.
But yeah,
Go
so
blunderbuss.
the old blunderbuss. So at this point, if everybody is ready to head over to the old blunderbuss,
Sure.
says it is run by Mrs. Bouchain.
Bobby Boucher?
Right? It's B-U
playing the
with an
football song?
umlaut. C-H-S-E-N.
Dacko the devil.
So I'm going to say Miss Bouchain is the proprietor of the establishment. It says it's small, sparse, but by the book. 2 meals a day and in a curfew at 10 p.m. Expected to be here for breakfast and dinner. And mind your manners and your language. And clean up after yourselves. Ain't your mom.
So there's no housekeeping.
But
ma'am.
my mama say, my mama say.
And she's like, so she looks a lot like Kathy Bates, just like more stern and serious.
Also, Kathy Bates in Misery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dope.
You see, it is a tavern and a hostelry, so like it's typical for long-term stays here. Greywater Fastness doesn't have like a lot of people traveling into and out of the city all the time.
Yeah.
You can find out just by chatting around if you want to that a lot of people stay here long-term, like if they have a reason not to return to their actual home. A lot of people that work in the factories have apartment buildings attached to the factories. Like they have basically huge campuses with like, the company owns the factory and the taverns there and the hostelry and the apartments and everything. So like all the money that people make go right back into the factory.
Right now, everyone's stuck too.
Yes.
Everyone's going in and out.
Oh, hydrate.
And got
but
no
yeah.
water to hydrate.
So not a ton of people are here all the time, but it's still like the people that want a quieter place to go get a drink like to come here. And she tells you no funny business. And then she like pats up on the wall. You see a blunderbuss, like mounted on a plaque that says "Last Argument of the Proprietor."
So I have a question.
Sure.
I like her.
Would you have described us getting to the Cog Fort like a short-term goal?
Why?
Because then we get stuff.
We get a Soulfire back.
Ha.
It was.
I think a short-term goal was getting to the city, so I'll say yes.
Nice.
I will give you 1 Soulfire back. I forgot how you got Soulfire back, so thank you for bringing that up.
If,
Probably no this time.
yeah, it's definitely going to be a no. Well, it's not. I don't think it'll be a no. I just don't think it'll happen. If Soil wanted to just make a last stand here, we would get all of our Soulfire back, right?
And then they die.
Oh, that's a lot of hydrates. That's 5 more.
Charles!
Do you have something I can grab out of the fridge?
Uh,
Because I am empty.
yeah.
Okay.
You can, if you want, a blonde... Blueberry Blondie, I think it's called.
Oh.
Blueberry
Blonde
blondie.
Saranac. But yeah, so given this place, you've all got, like little rooms. Or maybe it's a room.
That is a lot of hydrate.
Is it still going? I wasn't looking. Oh my goodness. Charles, stop it.
Been drinking all along.
Right.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking. Iced tea, though.
But at this point, the city seems to just kind of be going on as normal. You still hear the cannons firing, not as much as a few hours ago before you
Oh, Jesus. How
got
many is that?
through the sewers. I don't know, it's a lot. But at
Can
this
we
point,
take a long rest?
you can take a long rest and even an endeavor.
And
So then
endeavor.
we can
I
gain a
would
spell now?
like to get rid of a
If you
wound.
want.
And so, like, an
What-
endeavor would be basically, like you said, a short-term goal for us within the city, and we have to accomplish it.
So endeavors
like training,
are
kind of, or-
really cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things you can do. There's even specific endeavors for this campaign.
Oh.
Oh.
They added, which is really neat. Let's see, between adventures, endeavors. So it says, basically, when you do an endeavor, sometimes there's a test associated with it to get some kind of bonus, like for the next adventure, or sometimes they're forever bonuses, like learning a new spell, things like that. So, an example would be where to go. So, Hella might want to do the Gruntag endeavor, where you will basically rejuvenate your Urgold runes, because after all the time in the sewers and everything, your runes have like run out of their powers.
It has.
So it says when you take this endeavor, you seek out a rune smiter to perform the ritual for you. If you're a member of a Fire Slayer lodge, you could find what are you, Grey Fired, right?
Yeah.
Is your clan? You could easily find a Grey Fired lodge in the city. They'll do it for you or help you do it. Let's see. Because you're a Fire Slayer, they won't ask for payment for it. Says when you take this endeavor, choose a number of Urgold runes up to your soul from those listed on page 117. The runes are hammered into your flesh, and you gain their benefit for the following adventure.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it says that you do this to replenish or replace inner Urgold runes. Other things you can do is you can recuperate to try to restore 1 more soul fire if one person does that. You can do it as a whole group to like maximize it, but you're only down 1 now anyway. You can repair equipment like Daria's shield armor. Or you could take that to a place or buy new ones, obviously. You can go shopping. Why is that an endeavor? So let's see. It says, during your adventures, you may come into some wealth or find that you need to replace lost or broken equipment. When you take this endeavor, you can purchase as many common or rare items as you have the funds for. Alternatively, you can spend your time trying to track down a piece of exotic equipment. If you do this, your entire week is consumed with chasing leads, arranging meetings, and finally getting your hands on the item. The GM determines the prices of any equipment based on where the downtime is occurring. That seems weird to need that as an endeavor. Like, I think you could go shopping. Like, if you just wanted to buy new armor instead of fixing yours, you'd be able to do that while doing another
How much would new
endeavor.
armor cost?
I'm not sure.
So Rylan also says that he just downloaded the book to read through it and figure it out. He says you are allowed to take the arcane discipline for free / without spending experience, but it requires sacrificing Doug. Otherwise, it costs 2 XP. So that's also
Straight
an
from
option,
the book.
right? It's very
Right.
specific. Even had
Straight
that
from the
picture
book.
in there, which is
Straight to
weird.
the shows Doug tied to like a stick, right? You know, about being
Yeah.
thrown into a volcano.
So,
Dan's
Rachel,
probably like, I'll
those
allow it.
medium armor you had,
Yeah.
because it was 2, so it would cost 200 drops.
No, I can't afford that.
So take a look at what else you have in your gear. See if there's anything you'd want to sell potentially. Don't forget about that. Decide if you want to like pool your stuff together, or does everybody have their own bank? That kind of stuff. Other endeavors you can do. Let's see there.
I'm gonna need you to like really repeat a lot of this because I've been like really focused on trying to figure out these talents. and
Right.
stuff
You
like that.
should be able to see them in. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, between adventures. In the compendium, if you do the core book compendium, you can click on between adventures and then the endeavors, and it gives you the list of endeavors so you can see what there is.
So to add talents and everything, do I just click on the plus sign up there and do it, or is there a drag and drop?
I think if you drag it from the compendium, it'll add it to it.
How do I do that?
What talent do you want?
All right, so
I can just do it for you if you want.
let me see. I'm gonna try.
So
And did that do that? It did. Okay, so that's one.
Oh, I saw you just added Arcane Discipline.
this is a super rad spell. Oh, there's 2 of them. Mind Razor.
Occam's Mind Razor.
Anyone that's within short range of me, I can make any number of weapons just straight up ignore armor
Yo, what?
for a round per success, but it's a 6 on the
6
cast.
one. Okay. Yeah, and you're not fantastic at casting spells.
I'm not
You get-
fantastic at rolling dice well.
Well, you only get 3 dice anyway, so like it's uphill for.
I get 5 dice, 4 dice, something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's 3
Yeah, if it's 3, that's yucky.
because your mind is 3, and then channeling. Oh, it's 4 dice, and you have a focus in it, so that's not bad.
And then the other one is Blind Spot, where I just make someone completely oblivious to the whole group for a minute for each success. They don't hear our footsteps. We completely don't exist in their mind.
Yo, that's pretty crazy.
But it's 5/3 to cast.
Whoa, that's okay. That's rough.
Yeah.
With 4 dice, you can bump 1 4 up.
I do wish there was a way in here to sort by lore.
Oh yeah,
spells.
that is weird that it's not. I mean, they have their icon next to them, but that's not super intuitive.
Actually thought they were all the same. No, it's a good point.
So real quick, other endeavors you can do specifically while in Greywater Fastness. There's some cool ones. There's Chase the Hands, where you can undertake the challenge to run from one like spoke of the what they call it, the wheel of the outer wall to the next before the next hands shoots. You have an hour to run from one cannon to the other. So you would make a test, and then if you do it, you get like special treatment and things cost less. Or no, you gain advantage on all opposed tests among the city's residents, and possibly discounts and special treatment because it's like, oh, they chased the hands. You can undergo great Gray Cap Training.
But the siege has been broken, and we'll never have to
They
defend the city again, right?
Well, they fire the cannons every hour.
Oh, gotcha.
They like to constantly test them and make sure they're in working condition. So
Okay.
after like the siege break is totally broken after just a couple days. Gray Cap Training. If you want to train with Corporal Steelwater and her Gray Caps, you can do some of that, which would gain advantage on medicine and survival tests while within the walls of the city. You can undertake gray water gambling. So if you want to make more money that way, you can become an honorary grit. And it says you can decide to spend your week appreciating what passes as culture in gray water fastness, choking down gruel and tainted ale, watching exotic weapons displays at the firing ranges, or watching ill-advised bets play out atop workways. You can get some advantage. You can get some bonuses, again, to like talking with people in the city.
Quick question. You said I can use experience, of course, to change my attributes, right?
Yeah. They cost a lot more, though.
They do. Okay. That's why.
Not a lot more.
Well, because I was looking at if I could make my body from 2 to 3, but I saw my experience went up to like 42.
Yeah, that costs like 7 or something. To go from 2 to 3, I think costs 5. I don't remember. Let's see. You can become a part-time underjack and join one of the underjack guilds, like the Loose Cannons. Basically become a rat hunter for the week, hunting Skaven
Nice.
underneath the city. You can make a test to claim Skaven tails. Let's see. What do you get for that? If you fail, you suffer a lasting wound. Let's see. You can... Oh, gives you plus D6 to test from tracking Skaven within gray water fastness. You can become a preacher of order. That doesn't really affect any of you. Scour the markets.
The old market scour?
Yeah. And you can scout beyond the walls and learn a little bit more about the area around Greywater. Studies in Greywater engineering, if you wanted to learn more about like weapon crafting and stuff. A lot of different things you can do for the endeavors. Pretty cool.
Okay, so the spells under the Champions of Order have got to be just the new ones, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just from that book.
So regular ones would be in the core rulebook. Oh, so there's more talents there too, like a lot more.
For the core book.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ton of talents. Like I said, you can. It's kind of awesome how open the system is, where you can buy any talent, but you have to meet the prerequisites.
Yeah, I kind of like that system instead of limiting it behind like a class or an occupation or something like that. That's actually pretty cool.
Right, that's why they call it an archetype, because it's basically you have your core talent, and then the equipment kind of defines the character that way. And then you can kind of branch out how you want. If you want to become even better at sneaking and backstabbing, you can go that way. Or if you're like, oh, I want to increase my spellcasting instead. Or like if Daria's like, well, I want to become stronger. Spending experience to increase your body to just make your attacks better and hit harder. A lot of different choices.
I think I want to chase the cannon thing.
Chase the hands?
Yeah.
That's a cool one. So I'll read through that one quick. So spending any time in the outer circle, and you're likely to hear citizens talking about chasing the hands. It's a feat of undertaking by those who wish to prove their athleticism and is rarely achieved. The goal is to run between the positions of 2 of the 12 massive cannons that patrol the outer wall. You start from where the first one fires on the hour and attempt to cross the finish line before the next one fires exactly an hour later. You'll need to traverse a 10-mile sector of city in a clockwise direction through the urban sprawl and tight streets of the outer circle. The span between Spoke Road 2 and 3 is most popular, as the hands-on patrol often go off once in the early hours of the morning and afternoon. So you spend the week training, seeking out advice of those who have completed the run before, and figuring out the best path to take. During the week, you can make 3 separate attempts at a DN 6-3 body athletics test. Succeeding, you forever become a local legend in Greywater fastness, gaining advantage in all opposed social tests among the city's residents. You may even receive discounts or special treatment by those who would be impressed by this feat.
What does advantage do again?
In opposed tests, I had to double check. I think you count as 3s instead of 4s as successes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so I have to what? How many dice do I have to roll?
So you get 3 chances at this. You're gonna make a body athletics test, which I think you're pretty good at. So athletics. Oh, no, you don't have any training in athletics, so just be 3 dice. You gotta roll 3 sixes to succeed.
Well, I can spend an XP to increase my training in athletics, right? Because I've won.
To give yourself 1 training there, yeah, which I'm sure could will be useful for athletics as a common one.
Okay.
So it'll give you 4 dice to roll.
And I need 3 sixes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We can do it. Get 3 turns. Come on.
Nice test.
What happens if I fail? I become the laughing stock of the water fastness.
Just nothing really negative happens.
Oh, I was so close.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Can I help her on these rolls? Add another d6 to all those?
Well, she already rolled them all.
So she just rolls a bunch more about
It's
it?
not. It's not an action. It's an endeavor. It's different.
Fine.
So you still recover all of your wounds over the course of an endeavor. You spend a week to heal in between your running and whatnot. So makes you have 0 wounds taken.
I have 0 wounds. I can take them all off.
Yep.
Yes.
That's dope.
It's funny. It's kind of interesting. The book doesn't say like this is a good time to give the party an endeavor and whatnot, but it just makes sense to me. Here.
No, that's super dope. You're a good GM.
Just because they actually give you a chance. So he's been asking to do some. Is it called endeavors in WFRP?
Yeah.
Forever, and it's always just like, oh well, the trip only took 6 days, not 7.
Oh man, it only took.
Oh man, after
6
4 days you
and-
got
and
ambushed.
12 hours. Ah, nuts. We are gonna grab Vila Shadows.
Is your spell?
Yep. So effectively, it's DN of 5/1. But I can disguise myself as somebody else completely as long as they have a similar build. It changes armor, weapons, looks, everything. And then for an additional minute for each additional success.
Oh, that's great. Very cool. I like you're going with a non-combat one,
Right?
or not combat only.
Correct.
Nice.
I already got combat on lock. I've never been touched outside of my brain exploding when I tried to talk.
What's the worst could happen by getting a new spell?
So there were some great ones, but there was one that was like 5/5.
Whoa.
And I was like, yeah, nah, nope.
I mean, maybe you'll get there eventually, but wow. All right, anybody else chosen their endeavor and/or all other experience?
I got
I
one
did my
freaking
experience.
experience point that I still got to figure out what I'm gonna do with.
So, what did you spend yours on, Hella? You
I increased my mind
From-
from 1 to 2.
1 to 2.
So I do have 1 experience left, but I figured I was going to hang on to it.
Okay.
It's like a lot of things.
It's
cost a lot of
super-
experience coming up.
It's super dope that increased your toughness as well.
Yeah. I really like how toughness is the 3 put together.
Are there other stats that would have affected, like combat or like defense or accuracy or anything like that? You know how it's all like
Yes,
based
I
on
think it
something?
increases your accuracy.
Hell yeah.
I think mind. I think it's like mind and ballistic skill. However many points you have in that determines your accuracy. So like your melee rating is like your body and your weapon skill,
Yeah.
something like that. Did you notice that with Hella? Did her
Where is that?
your accuracy is currently poor, so maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, that didn't. I just noticed the toughness.
I keep forgetting how to, because we all picked archetypes. You didn't have to worry about that as
There we
much.
go.
I forgot
Yeah.
how that works exactly.
I'll do that.
This
it-
Foundry
I
will
can't do
calculate
that.
it for us.
How many?
It did
how
show
much
me
do I need
which
from 2 to
skills it affects
3?
too.
Nice.
I need
Safe to assume no one's
5.
poisoned anymore either.
That goes away after a long rest. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
If it was from the warp fire cannons, it would.
So my 2 serious wounds are gone at this point.
Yeah. So at the end of the endeavor, after the end of the week, everybody is fully healed. No toughness loss. No.
Awesome.
The other
No
one.
wounds at all.
All your wounds are healed.
Apparently I had
Sweet.
poisoned on that whole time.
You cheater. I think we forgot it for Hella too. That's
Alright.
just
Yeah.
-1 to all. -1 die to all tests. Would have made that fight even
But-
harder.
I had something about
Easier.
poison though, where it doesn't have a lot of effect on me.
No, it would have made the fight harder
Oh
if
no,
we remembered
I had the effect on my character. I just turned it off.
Oh, so it was affecting
Yeah.
Foundry rolls.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, good. So that's why you're rolling 3 dice for spells.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, poison. I like that. I need to do that more often.
No, thank you.
All right, so Daria tried to chase the hands. Anybody else have an idea of what endeavor you want to do?
I'm looking at picking up a spell right now. As of right now, I've picked up Arcane Discipline, and I put a training into my athletics.
Nice.
Because my body is only 2, and I have a feeling I might need to just be able to do some athletic things eventually here.
Right, most of our role-playing games, you're going to have to do... there's a good chance you use all those skills at some point throughout a campaign.
Yeah.
So that's Adventure 1. There are 5 adventures that make up the whole campaign. So we're 1/5 the way through, and it's episode 5.
Oh, how
Oh,
fitting.
look at that.
Look at that.
So that means episode 25 we're done.
Something tells me it'll take longer than that, but you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah,
Especially when we go, we're at 3 hours right now. So I figured I'll let people, if you want, if you're not sure exactly what you want to spend your experience on or what exact endeavor, well, we need to figure out endeavors because there's one other thing I want to have happen before we're done for today.
Oh, you're handing us more experience?
Nope.
Oh.
We'll start the next adventure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I might change out that lying thing for a different experience expenditure, but
Yeah, I'll give you like the lemon law too. Like,
yeah.
After we'll say 1 session, if you're like, oh, I really don't like that, what I spent it on, I'll let you redo
Okay.
that. But endeavors,
Just because I am so bad at casting magic.
I told you should have gotten that one talent where, like, on the roll, what was it?
The one.
Failed roll. You read
Yeah,
it.
reduce the.
Yeah.
But that
Oh, you
doesn't
can,
make
like-
me.
you can change what the result is.
Yeah, it could change what the result is.
Oh, wait, what one was that?
Because you said you could go up or down
Yeah.
one, right?
I think so.
Oh.
On the price of failure.
Oh, that one, yeah. But that doesn't make me cast better. That just makes it not as.
Well,
brain
but if we
exploding
know
when I
you're not
fail.
going to cast
Yeah,
well
fair.
in the
Yeah,
first
fair.
place.
Question for you, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean if a zone becomes a major hazard?
You take the squiggly
Danger.
beasts with the with Troggoth, it was a minor hazard. Once you enter the zone, or every turn you start in the zone, you take a damage. A major hazard? You said?
Yes.
I can't remember if it's deadly or major.
So just being
there are 3
there.
levels to it. 1, 2, or 3 damage automatically.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's hope that never happens.
Yo.
I don't know about that because I can make an area a major hazard if I choose this spell.
I mean, if something's chasing us.
Okay, so
Make a
minor
zone behind
hazard
us.
is 1, major hazard is 3, deadly hazard is 5. I had it off a little bit. So if you make an area a major hazard, everything, a creature enters the hazard for the first time or starts their turn there, they take 3 damage.
A creature, not a
Your
player.
player characters are also creatures. But then that is reduced by armor.
You're a tree revenant, right? Or is that a specific class?
I'm a branch witch.
Yeah,
I didn't
not
know
a
if the
tree
raise.
revenant.
Okay.
Daria, do you have the money for
To fix
new
my
armor?
armor? No.
so it
Can I
costs-
go find someone and then persuade them to just do it for free since I'm soulbound?
If you had made the run, if you had chased the
But
hand successfully.
but one of my talents is
the silver tongue?
yeah.
Oh, what does that do? Isn't that for arguing?
It gives me persuasiveness.
Persuade,
me
deceive, or
likable.
seduce. Yeah.
People are like they love me. That's
You have
what
a way
that's
with
literally
words
what it
and
says.
can
I
be very
didn't.
persuasive. You have advantage on opposed tasks when attempting to persuade, deceive, or seduce others. Additionally, you are quick to make friends, and people often
See?
remember you fondly after you're gone and greet you warmly when you return.
All right, well, you have 10% of the money right now. you have
So I'm just
you have 21 drops. The armor, like, you could pay less to have it repaired, I'd be okay with, but not 10%. Who was that? That was so good. Yeet.
Oh, that was Charles.
Oh, Charles, thank you. That
I
was
just
good.
feel like I could talk someone into doing it for free.
So I would allow you to make a test to talk them down, like haggle.
Haggle
Right.
to bargain.
But you're not gonna be able to haggle them down to like 20 drops to fix it.
So what if I tell them,
Right?
like,
Just carry a bottle with you. And just, whoop.
I'll like bring them
It's pretty
something
funny.
back from our next question.
How much more do you need?
Like 250.
Oh, never mind.
No, not that much.
I was like, I can help. but-
Medium armor costs 200 drops. She wants to get. I would make it cost less to have it be repaired.
Hey,
Because hers was broken. I was thinking half. So yeah, 100 drops to get it repaired. I haven't seen rules for that yet. So I'll just
hey, Dan.
say that.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How much do you hate that Tim can just use shadows to disappear and reappear wherever he
I
wants?
really don't like it.
How much would you hate that if I could do that?
Yeah.
Do you have backstab too? Because that's what I hate about it. Backstab is stupidly good.
So I just found this in the Jade. It's in Jade, which is my stuff. Mirror pool. You step lightly into a small puddle or pool of water, must be at least 1 foot wide, disappearing only to emerge from another pool some distance away. Choose a body or pool of water in your zone and one that you can see within long range. When you step into the water, you immediately emerge from the other pool perfectly dry. When used outside of combat, this spell can teleport me any pool within a mile.
What? What spell is this?
This is called Mirror Pool. I could just start acting like Doug and just like...
So I
But
did.
with water, so it's kind of cooler.
But within a mile?
that's out
crazy.
of combat. Out of combat, I'm like, that's a mile away.
What?
You just appear in people's sinks.
I think he has to physically fit there.
Yeah, it has to be at least one. No, it says at least 1 foot wide.
Oh, is this from Champions of Order?
This is from this is the core actually. This is in core 1. I'm just looking at stuff. Yeah.
So speaking of
Tried to
being
search
more
for
like
it, it didn't
Doug,
come up.
I did find a generic talent that has no requirements
Uh-oh.
called Hit and Run.
Uh-oh.
You strike and then dash away, avoiding retribution. Once per turn, if you deal damage with a melee attack, you can just move to an adjacent zone as a free action.
What is this?
Hit and Run?
I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
All right, so sometimes I forget that characters in this game are supposed to be powerful and awesome,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of the point.
Yeah, we're not grubs to be stomped on the ground like
But
in
I
the
like
old world.
stomping you guys.
That's fair.
All right, did
I
you guys
wouldn't
pick
even-
an endeavor yet? It was just Rachel still.
Well, I'm going to be learning a spell. I'm just figuring out what spell.
Oh, right. Rachel's still trying to get money for the armor too.
So
right?
but also just a quick heads up and everything. I have a really terrible idea for the next time we get another level up. Just letting you guys know.
Sweet.
Because I found
Great, never going to level up again.
probably. But I found a talent. It's called Tactician. It allows me to pick one of my allies and add my mind, the number of my mind, which is 4. You have that many extra die to your attack.
Ooh.
Holy. How often can you use that? Once per turn or once per...
Once per my turn, I can use an action to say, okay, Doug, you're going to stab that person. You get 4 extra die.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's crazy.
Tactician.
Especially when I'm rolling or getting double damage and ignoring armor. And,
Well, actually, wait, I'm going to have to change that because, I mean, you fail a lot.
When I cast.
You
I normally
failed a
speak a
lot.
bunch of damage through, but yeah, when I...
So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, there's a couple other things. And there's Pain is Power, which I get bonus dice based on every time I get a wound, Dan. Get a wound, I get extra dice.
And they just attack right then.
Yeah. They get a
Oh,
free...
it's a free
Can make
attack
an
too?
attack.
Yeah.
The target can make an attack against the creature of your choice if they are able to do so and have a weapon prepared. So it's not like you have to wait till their turn.
You know what, actually?
That's incredible.
I'm going to swap... You know what?
That's what you're gonna learn, right?
Actually, you know what? I am. I'm going
It's
to
a
swap
talent,
out
yeah.
my arcane discipline. I'm going to swap that out.
You know what? And because we go at the same initiative too,
Like,
maybe I'll
this
swap
is-
out that lying thing for Hit and Run, so on
Ugh.
Soil's turn, I can get a free attack
I'm gonna
and move
swap
about it.
this.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be really good in combat, but
Like a
not
little tag team.
other
Right?
things.
You know
The
what?
dynamic
I think I'm
duo.
going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take Tactician. Yeah. Let's really just mess with Dan's shit now.
So,
Right, but now
I'm
we're gonna
used to
die
it.
to like jumping across sewer grates or something like
Yeah, I
that.
have fear.
I've been holding on to this, like, beast head for a while. Can I sell that for any
Oh
money?
yeah.
A beast head?
Yeah. I
You
don't
said
know.
it
It
was-
just comes with my character. A trophy from a beast you've slain.
Oh, yeah, that's a trophy for you. That's for you to keep.
But if I
That's a trophy for you to
So
sell.
you have that shard.
Oh my
oh
god.
my god!
Don't you both have those shards?
Oh, we do.
What do those do again?
You can sell them for a lot of money.
Yeah, I want
Oh.
to sell it. Oh wait, but it couldn't do anything else. I can't remember.
Cycle Stone Shard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are worth a lot of money.
All right, so yeah,
So
I
I'll
can
just sell that.
swap.
Doug falls off wall, dead.
All right, let me
Wait a
find
minute.
this here.
Wait a minute. Am I able to still actually keep that? Because that only gave me.
Okay, so what do you have for Cycle Stone?
I've got a shard.
I don't remember.
A chip?
Yeah, we each
No, that
have
costed 2 for tactician. I'm gonna do
the
that.
chip, I think.
And I can still keep that.
I don't know if I added it to my character sheet. Or
Yeah,
And you
this
don't
is-
have it. You
even
must
how
have
I-
There we
dropped
go.
it.
Or even
All
how
right,
I would
so-
do that.
No, we have it.
All right, I don't know if I told you before because I think you failed test to like,
See how much it would be worth.
yeah, because you're like not from here and everything.
You know,
Hey.
So
Oh, I don't see it on Darius' sheet either.
as an action, choose an ally within medium range. The target can make an attack against a creature of your choice if they are able to do so.
but I can use my silver tongue.
and have a suitable
try and
weapon
get a
prepared.
really good
If they
deal.
attack, they
And
add
I could
a
lie to
number
him
of
as well with
bonus dice
advantage
to
and
their
make it
dice
even better.
pool
No,
equal
this
to
isn't a
your
chip.
mod.
This is a
Creature
whole
can
bowl.
benefit from once per round. I can only use this benefit once per round.
That's still
And they
a
roll your
lot.
mind for the attack, or they get an attack
So all right,
adding
the
your mind?
All right, so I've blah blah blah. Your military acumen allows you to find tactical openings for your allies to exploit. As an action, choose an ally within medium range. The target can make an attack against a creature of your choice if they are able to do so, and have a suitable weapon prepared. If they attack, they add a number of bonus dice to their dice pool equal to my mind, which is 4. Wow. A creature can only benefit from this talent once per round.
That's so good.
That is.
So, yeah.
So you did your little endeavor and you learned that.
No, that's a talent.
Oh,
I
just
still
bought
have
that
my
with
spell
you
to
can
learn.
buy it.
2 experience.
And that's not an action
No.
to use, right? It's just you get it. For
No, I
free.
have to.
No, he uses
I have to use an action, but I have my medal,
Oh,
so
okay.
I have my medal. to-
Oh yeah.
So for an action, I can sit here and say for Darius to get in there and use your twin swords to slash at something,
Yeah.
and you get 4 extra bonus die.
Then you actually could split up your dice pool too between the 2 weapons because you have so many extra dice about it.
So
yeah, that's true.
So let's get some more damage going. And then in the meantime, there's really nothing further I can do for like giving health. For the core book. Maybe there's something in the extra book.
Okay.
Yeah, until I get the arcane discipline, I'm gonna have to hold on.
You have the arcane discipline.
No,
Oh, the talent arcane discipline.
I
Sorry.
I swapped arcane discipline for
Yeah.
tactician.
I'm going to be real nice.
Yes.
I remember with the cockatrice, I made you test to get the Cycle Stone eyes out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you only got one. The other one you like broke or whatever. And then in the glade of the branch wraith with the sword,
Yeah.
I think it was Doug was like searching around and behind the tree, you found 2.
2? Nice.
This is a pair of Psychostone chips.
Yeah.
So you have 3 Psychostone chips,
And they're worth.
300 drops each.
Boom! All right.
Boom. Yeah. So we'll sell one,
1.
and then I'll buy some armor. Well, we never know. Like we're gonna need like.
I could make soil fly.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be something else we should do with this. With
Probably fair, but
so
like
if we keep.
getting a bunch more armor on everyone and better weapons and stuff like that, like.
Well, who else does anyone else need armor?
I
Or is
can't
it
wear armor.
just me?
How, like, what are the different armor types and stuff like that? So I have
Light, medium, heavy.
Oh, heavy.
Does it just add 1 for each one? It's light, medium, heavy, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can't wear heavy unless your body is 4 at least, and you can't wear medium if your body isn't at least 2.
Is there any detriment to wearing heavier armors?
Yes.
You like move.
But I don't remember off the top of my head. I can
Probably move like
Slower or
difficult,
something, or
yeah.
it's like harder to cast spells or something?
Let's see.
Is normally a standard
your
one.
stealth
yeah.
maybe, or
Oh, stealth. Yeah, that would actually. Yeah, if it messes up my stealth tests when I teleport
So
somewhere.
heavy armor has the loud trait.
Medium
So
doesn't.
there you go. No. Loud equipment makes a lot of noise when it's used, such as firing a gun or moving in heavy armor. A weapon with the loud trait alerts everyone within long range of your presence when used to make an attack. Armor with the loud trait gives disadvantage on body stealth tests.
Okay.
Medium armor, you just have to have a body of at least 2, has no traits. Light armor, no requirements, and it has the subtle trait.
I don't know if there are parts of my talents that are like, hey, if you're wearing medium, you can't do this.
Yeah, I have to double check that.
But if it's not, I would definitely like to sell one of my chips as well to get medium armor.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, how are you guys, are you divvying this up or what?
so if we sell one,
Mhm.
we get 300.
Yep.
He already said it's only 100 for me to repair my armor.
And you have medium already?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the armor that
So
needs
that'll
to be
be
repaired is
100
medium.
for me to repair, and then for you to
Get medium.
get medium, it's 200, right?
And Hella, do you have medium, or you don't wear any armor, right? Because you're trying to die.
I don't wear armor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think she
want it.
can.
I don't know if I can, but I have a like talent something
Yeah.
that gives me like strong skin or whatever, but that's it.
And
Yeah, one of
then
your runes.
My rune.
Is there ways to like improve the weapons that we're currently using? Is there like magic or
damage of
masterwork
them?
or damage, things like that?
Sorry, what?
Better weapons. How does that work? Is there magic and enchantment and stuff like that?
Not much there. You can get different weapons that might have other traits. So, like, you usually have daggers, right?
Yeah. Well, that's just what I started with.
Yeah.
And it might be required for backstab.
I think you just have to have, like, a finesse weapon.
A
or something.
subtle weapon.
Subtle weapon, that's the word.
What's the biggest, heaviest, loudest, subtle weapon I can use?
I think... Oh, there's Artifacts of Power is another supplement book that has artifacts and relics. But, like, I think that stuff's going to be really expensive.
But my thought with the Aqua Gyron is I think we should sell 2 and divvy up one of the chips, probably. That way everyone has access to healing all the time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we'll hold on to one.
Yeah. So what Doug would probably do is be like, oh my god, I found this one chip. We should sell this and split it up amongst everybody.
Yeah, he would. Okay, so you can make Realmstone weapons and armor. I think you need more than just a couple chips, though.
Oh wow, there's all sorts of stuff here. Bows, blunderbusses, guns, bandages. The bandage doesn't have a description or an effect, so I don't actually know what it does, at least on Foundry. We could buy a bunch of chalk. What are finger claws?
Did you just say finger claws?
They're subtle. And piercing and slashing, they do the same damage as the daggers, though.
Oh my god, let's get this Venom of Nagendra. I want to buy that.
What does that do?
Deadly poison. The venom can cause a victim's blood to boil in their veins before erupting into an explosive mist.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah!
As an action, you can code a slashing or piercing melee weapon with a few drops of it. The next attack with the weapon causes the target to become poisoned for 1 minute. While poisoned in this way, the target suffers 1 damage at the start of their turn. It ignores armor, and the target dies while affected. If they die while affected by the venom, they explode into a red mist. And the zone they were occupying becomes lightly obscured for 1 minute.
What is that from?
It's in the Champions of Order. I'm just looking under the equipment.
That's wild.
It only costs 130 drops.
You already have some poison too, Doug.
Yes. Because we milked something, right?
No, it was a starting thing for you.
Oh, dope.
You have like 1 vial of basic poison or something.
Shields are expensive, but getting most of us one at some point would not be an awful idea. It just straight up, you need a free hand, so you can't dual wield or anything with it, but it just straight up increases your defense 1 step.
Yeah.
So maybe for like soil specifically right out of the gate, because your defense is like poor or average.
Yeah, and since Soil can't wear other armor or shield. Wouldn't make sense.
What's above superb?
Extraordinary.
So that would give me extraordinary defense?
Stop it. I don't like this.
They're $180 though.
Yeah. Your stuff is pretty expensive. And it's also your healing item.
What's that?
I said it's also your healing item.
My poison?
Your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. I really, really like that.
So yeah, I think we sell 2 chips. We split up the money. We buy
Okay.
the armor and repair your armor.
Yep.
And anything else we think of in between now and December when we play again.
Oh no, hopefully not that long.
December. So that'll be what, 600 divided by 4, so we each get 150.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless we deduct those things out first and then split the change amongst everybody. Like if we repair your armor, buy my armor, and then split up the rest between everybody.
Okay. So we each get 75.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that works.
Cool.
All right. Let's repair my armor.
And Hella's runes got restored, right, from her endeavor?
I didn't do
Oh,
that
I
yet, but that
don't
is
have
what I'm gonna
poison.
do.
Okay.
Nice.
And then
Did Soil learn a spell for the Endeavor?
Yeah.
Still doing that? And then did Doug pick an Endeavor yet?
Yes.
Did you also learn a spell?
Yep.
Okay.
I grabbed that disguise myself as somebody else thing.
so
Oh, right,
everyone
right.
adds 75 drops to your.
Dan, what's 75 plus 65?
Yeah. 140.
Yeah.
I had to say something to give,
Thanks for sharing.
Some time.
delay so I could think.
He needs wait time
Right?
before giving verbal responses.
All right, so while you're spending your week doing your Endeavor, and that represents the spending of experience to get better at stuff, maybe Hella's spending a bunch of time in libraries to increase her mind. Maybe she's staying at her lodge, her clan's lodge more, and learning more about whatever to increase her mind. The spellcasters are attuning to the winds of magic to increase their spellcasting abilities and learn new ways to manipulate it and learn new spells. We know Daria tried to chase the hands, gave it a good effort. You had 2 6s on one roll?
Yeah.
Super close. It was like, moments away. The cannon went off right before you got there. But you really gave it your all. Did some shopping during this time. And you're learning some things about Greywater Fast. So I'll let you be more familiar with the city as we go through more of the campaign. Again, after the few days, the Skaven siege is completely broken. The one road reopens after 3 or 4 days. They determine it's safe enough. They send out some scouting parties to make sure it's totally clear. But the Council of the Forge, you learned, is like the governing body of the city. It has posted open bounties on Skaven. This is leading bands of ordinary citizens to join Underjacks in hunting down Skaven.
What is an Underjack? I saw that there was like an Underjack building or something like that.
Yeah, they're like rat catchers in
Oh, okay.
WFRP, right? They go under the city, the sewer jacks, but they call them Underjacks. And, things are, as far as you understand, things have basically returned to normal in the city. You just haven't been here long to see much of those differences. But as you are spending time in the city here, at one point you find yourselves up by number 43 as you're going to different shops and things, which is the Cold Rock Ironworks. This one of the like basically fortress cities within the city.
Can I ask one small quick question?
Yeah,
Could I have sold my light armor
sure.
when buying the medium and split that up amongst everybody?
Well, you're gonna sell the armor. I would give you half what it's
I
worth.
figured.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So real quick, going back and everything, how much did they sell their fragments for?
300.
300 apiece.
Each fragment was 300 piece.
Yep.
Okay, I have a fragment as well.
Well, we had 3 total. You're the only one that actually put it on your character sheet.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
okay.
Looking
so,
back, that's as many as you could have gotten.
okay. So everybody got how many drops out of that?
75.
75. So, and
Because
the
we bought armor.
light armor that I sold is normally 120. So I sell it for 60. So everyone will get 15 more.
Sounds
Okay.
good. That's nice of you.
I'm a good guy. And all I did was take the other chip about it. Really generous.
So as you happen to be in this part of the city, maybe you met up for lunch after doing some shopping and stuff. You're nearby the Cold Rock Ironworks when suddenly the sun setting beyond the walls of Greywater Fastness, and you're looking up at the sky, lying on your back in the street. There's a ringing in your ears. Chunks of flaming masonry land all around you. You feel the heat on the side of your face as you were standing too close to a bonfire. There's blood on your hands. What do? We'll find out next time. As a giant explosion rocks the city and Cold Rock Ironworks is no more.
We just happen to be standing right next
Just happen to be nearby it.
Happen to be right near it.
Whenever you want exploded on us.
And
You got it.
it was just an illusion I cast, right?
Yeah.
I knocked everybody down.
It was
Because I
all a
failed.
dream.
But thanks everybody for stopping in, checking us out for How Doomed Are We? At this point, your doom is 2. I think.
To doomed?
No, it says 1.
Oh no, it is still 1. Oh, you got Soulfire back, not Doom. I scared everybody on accident. But yeah, thanks for checking out. We're really enjoying Soulbound. Hopefully we'll get back to this the next month or so. And see what happened to the Cold Rock Ironworks. Make sure if you're here that you are following, if not, or even subscribing, is more appreciated. So you know when we're going live next. I'll make sure to post it in socials and on our Discord. You can get that for subscribing here as well. And make sure to check out professionalcasual.com to see all the other awesome stuff that we've got going on. I'm tired of talking. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye!
Love you.